Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Challenges.
Hello!
Haha, it's 2023, it's spring, and it is time to get into our second series of the evening. Live Sandbox taking on Nongshim Red Force. Of course, Nongshim's Academy team. I apologize, not Nongshim Red Force. It is not that.
You fool.
I've made that mistake in the past, and I apologize. Completely different teams. And both of these squads, not necessarily the greatest, but one of them slightly better than the other. Nongshim have been performing quite well towards the end of this season, and we'll see whether they can take down Live Sandbox here.
And you know what I love about Nongshim is that they're silly. They're just silly little gamers playing Veigar and playing Cho'Gath and playing Neela, and that's what I love.
Is it true that the K in LCK means K might be Korean? No.
What do you think?
Yes?
Maybe.
I have no idea what the question is.
That is it.
Yeah. Got a little bit distracted by Astro Nautilus there just for a moment, but that is absolutely fine. Yeah, they do some silly things. However, we thought it was silly at the beginning. But they were like first picking Cassante before it was cool,
yeah,
man.
they're in playoffs as well, so they must be good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been doing some winning. And also, there have been times where Nongshim have been in playoffs and they've been underestimated and then have done winning.
Twice. Well, they didn't win the first time, but the second time they did.
Yeah.
And both times they were not supposed to get there.
No.
They were not that good. So maybe.
Perhaps.
Jiwoo strikes again.
There is also an interesting player in the mid lane as well this time around. Of course, Nongshim locked in playoffs like we were talking about, but Live Sandbox right behind them as far as the standings are concerned. As we can see, the difference between 6th and 7th is ludicrously high. And T1 were, of course, just previously in 6th place. With a win here, Nongshim will be ahead of them once again. And could be important for seeding as well. So Nongshim going to be playing their hearts out here.
Thank you, Lunel, for making sure everyone knows what LCK actually stands
Literally
for.
can't kill, yes.
Great job. My take is that Nongshim is still a better team than T1. So I expect them to, even though they're facing against a quote-unquote better team, to kind of end in a similar fashion. Let's not forget that the only reason why Gen.G is lower right now is because they already took their loss.
Yep.
When it comes to game score, Sandbox is still at the bottom of our standings. And Sandbox have had some great moments, but they are very rare in a
They
league
do also have Plan B and Vincenzo.
Yeah.
Some of the best names
well,
in the business.
Like, I think Diablo actually is going to become a future talent. I think Diablo has what it takes. I think he has the hands. Diok has a ton of fans, and like look at these guys. They're straight out of Academy. They have very little experience. They have all the gusto and none of the consistency that you need to actually do well in a league, which is why sometimes you're looking at me like, oh my god, Sandbox, and sometimes you're looking at me going, oh my god, Sandbox.
Yeah, there is definitely a lot of things ending in Sandbox. That does certainly happen here. Yep, Live Sandbox fans here in our stadium, which was formerly a cinema. A really, really cool auditorium that we have here. And this is Nongshim. Mihail, the Cassante god himself, Sounder in the jungle, who has been performing very well, I would say. Colmy is back, maybe, in the mid lane. Jiwoo, the god, in the bottom lane, and Double H by his side. Jiwoo has been the absolute star for this team. In my opinion, I've just loved watching him play. He had his Cho'Gath game, his Veigar game. It was just looking real good. The Cho'Gath game didn't quite work out, but okay. I don't think it was his fault necessarily. He then played Zeri afterwards and absolutely smashed. So really good stuff from Nongshim. We'll see what they've cooked up here on this new patch.
Yeah, a lot of common maybe references will be made.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We have the biggest Kylie Rae Jepsen fan ever.
I wouldn't say ever, but I'm definitely a big fan.
Pretty up there.
Yes.
He's definitely the biggest one in the WDG office right now.
Maybe I'm not. You know, we've never played.
I quizzed everyone.
Oh, you quizzed everyone. Okay.
Yeah,
makes sense.
I wouldn't say things without double checking.
You would never make statements unfounded.
I would absolutely never do that. And definitely wouldn't make statements unsounded as well. Sounder sounds like a Pokemon? Yeah, kinda. Kind of like Spinder, who is also a Pokemon.
Emotion is a perfect element. Yes. Yes, it is. Diablo versus Jiwoo here. Both a testament to how cool and exciting I think this player is and how good he's going to be in the future. And also, in the case of Diablo, and also showcasing that when it comes to consistency, Jiwoo is miles ahead. And Jiwoo also has the benefit of actually having experience. Has already played a split in Challengers, was able to make it all the way to the finals and then somehow win. Is barring the D+ team, the only winner of Challengers, I think that is currently in the league. We have a very high churn of
Also,
players.
not including Gen.G, who are also 20% winner.
Oh my.
Let's get into the
We
draft
might have
here.
6 more games, Atlas. You can't start doing this to me this early.
You're gonna have to get used to it. We
Yeah, but
might have 6 more games.
I feel like every time I do, every time I think I get used to it, and then you come in, and then you just find another angle. It's like it's your thing.
Yeah. Like I said, get used to it. Viga and Gragas going to be banned away here by Live Sandbox. Nongshim with the Sejuani Annie taken away. Annie actually banned, which is
Good.
kind of
Nice.
kind of good, yeah. We'll see whether they leave the Ashe, as she has been hit a little bit on this patch. She was banned permanently in our first series. And we'll see how it's going to go. Zeri banned away from Jiwoo. Hopefully that means we get a Neela angle or something like that. He has been pretty good at that champion as well.
Want to make very clear, CL does not stand for cleaner play. It does stand for cooler league.
What is virtual AI? Is that just redundant?
Not necessarily, because I think at some point, you might be able to make like a technical / biological AI once our technology gets there.
Ooh.
But in the near future, yes, virtual AI is the only AI.
Yeah. You like AI Atlas better than real Atlas? Don't tell the real one? Ooh, don't tell this guy that real Atlas has been here the whole time.
Yeah, we've actually had a bit of a plot development. I am an AI, Atlas is not. Atlas is my creator and also real.
Yeah.
Which is shocking to me.
Soz. Varus going to be the first pick. Of course, Mihail is going to just pick his Cassante because he just does.
That's what
the
he does.
champion he plays, guys. It's basically it. We'll see where Live Sandbox go as far as this bottom side. Karma is still available. They can go towards it if they would like to.
Did you, Supergirl Fumbo, do you know who you're talking to when you say that they've never watched LCK?
Wait, what?
Someone said to Lunel, like, do you never watch LCK because of a statement she made? Well, I don't like singling people out, but you might want to go to the LCK channel and check who the head mod is or who the social media person for the LCK is, because you might be
That's a bit of egg on your face situation,
mate.
isn't it?
Yeah.
A little bit of egg there, bit of egg there on the face. A little bit, or no, not egg on the face again. Heimerdinger and Na have been locked in here for Live Sandbox. Curiouser and curiouser as Call Me is going to lock in the Rise, and he confirmed. He just did it. It wasn't even something that is
that was maybe
a
going to
possibility.
happen. Yeah.
It wasn't maybe going to happen. It did happen.
We're actually joking.
I think the Cho'Gath ban makes a lot of sense here.
I think Cho'Gath Senna is very good.
Heartsteel Senna is just so powerful at the moment.
Rip to the innocent memer. I mean, it's fine, right?
Buckets and Gloves. Buckets and Gloves. It's not actually about LCK CL loving Cassante. It's about Mihail loving Cassante.
It's Mihail, but it's also Cassante is just a good champion at the moment as well.
He is just kind of fine.
Doesn't really have any hard counters. He has a ton of skill expression. We're not banning Neela. They already have circles. Why would you give him his favorite circle? Oh my god, wait, what?
Whoa, that's Jinx.
What? Well, okay, so Jinx did get buffed monstrously hard here.
And he's never played it before. So this is going to mean that he has played 16 unique champions this season. That is actually kind of insane. He's played so many. He's played like Okay, his 4th most played is only twice.
Yeah.
So he's played 14 games of Zeri, and then like 14 games on everything else. It's kind of what it is.
There it is.
It's sort of nutty. And we
Wait.
have the Tristana into Ryze matchup here. Goody going to be locking that one down. Live Sandbox, I don't know what's happening, but they have been
Sandbox,
allowed
no.
into the kitchen.
Sandbox, this is going to be another AP Maokai. I'm going to lose my mind again.
Centurion Jack, that was actually very cute, and I kind of love it.
That's such a good joke. Oh my god. Amazing.
I think the L stands for Listexia, actually.
Please be grade 1 as well. Please, Vincenzo, don't fall for the traps. Just be a tank. Just go tank. I know you don't have AP. You have Heimer. It's fine. Don't go AP Maokai. I know they're going to, but they really shouldn't.
Yeah, that's all people do.
You can't. It doesn't. It's gutted. It's like going AP Garen and being like, wow, why is my E not killing people with my spin?
Mm-hmm.
It's not a thing. Please, Sandbox. I beg of thee. It's AP Varus mid. Nice.
Ooh, kind of crazy that Jinx's rocket now
it's
is
it's the same as Smite again.
yeah, it's pretty crazy. Kind of fun. Let's see whether Nongshim can pilot this new and improved Jinx to a win alongside a Lulu. And I think that Lulu is good for the lane. Kind of like it. I love Jinx Thresh though. Would have liked Double H to go towards something like
I
a
think
Thresh.
playing Thresh into Heimer is a nightmare though.
That's
like
hard.
the main reason. You can't really. I think you can't really get away with it, even though you'd want to, because the Thresh, I think, for the comp and for the Jinx as a pick is way better. But into specifically the Sandbox draft, I do think you would struggle with the Thresh. So Lulu going to be the answer instead. A lot of action expected here towards the mid lane. Sounda early on doesn't really get to do a whole lot to keep the pressure off of Call Me. So the first 6 levels are kind of rough. But then once 6 is hit, I do think there's a ton of power available here for Nongshim. But I quite like the Sandbox draft, actually. Good amount of CC. As long as they go tank Maokai, things are looking decent here.
So what is the team in the LCK that's still playing Maokai?
It's Sandbox, isn't it?
Yeah. Do they go tank Maokai? Let's rock out and see whether it's tank Maokai hitting the ring.
You know what the worst part of this is, Atlas? Is the joy I can see in your face as you're saying something that's going to make me miserable.
Oh, look at that
And there
first
it is.
strike, baby.
Yeah.
Look at that red pet. He's got that Flareon straight into the jungle, baby. Let's go. Oh, the value. Ah, just amazing. Really beautiful play already from Vincenzo here. He hasn't even done anything. All he's done is go back. But already it's a win in my book.
Do see the overheal come out here for Guti. Diablo actually going for Comet Varus is quite interesting. I like Halo Blades more here. Do think that you'll be able to be doing a decent amount of autoing here into the Jinx and the Lulu.
True.
And Comet is good into like Cade Lux lanes where you really can't walk up ever. But not going to be the case here.
Wow, Vincenzo was 6 and 5 on this Maokai. I wonder how much Maokai has been playing since the patch. Kind of obliterated him.
Why don't we see Karthus in LCK? Karthus is a very specific champion that you need to both be playing around and also your draft needs to allow it. And generally LCK shy away. And also right now there's not a lot of resources in the jungle, so
We saw Canyon play it last year.
We did, yeah.
Last year.
Well, and when we do see it played, it's in those situations, right?
Yep.
We even saw a Worlds was a part of a, at first amazing and then somewhat notorious game.
Yes.
The GAM versus top esports game. Also, but that's kind of where you want to see Karthus. But with the jungle resources being gutted this season, he didn't really get see play. Maybe he can come back on the next patch. Do you think that the buffs, the jungle income should help him out a little bit? And he's really good into Wukong. Like really, really good. I do think that he's severely underrated in that way because Wukong can't really invade him because your Karthus and your level 1 is actually, or your 1v1 is actually quite strong. Wukong pre-6 is kind of meh. And then post-6, you obviously have access to your Karthus ultimate. And Wukong also doesn't get to use his passive. So there's a lot of of benefits. Why I'm telling you all of this, I don't know, because I know it's not going to happen.
All right, Chronically, you're going to have to take this one. Can you explain the team comps as Pizza Hut-specific pizzas? Sorry, new viewer from the Pizza Enjoyers community. Yeah, Jinkov, we've never seen you before. That's true.
Sandbox is a spicy pepperoni, but
Nongshim's pretty Hawaiian.
So yeah, so you have two people that order the pizza. Sandbox ordered a spicy pepperoni, which is very nice while you're eating it, but it doesn't really hold well, and they only have a microwave. So if they have to reheat it, it's soggy crust city. It's gonna be bad. Whereas Nongshim, they picked a Hawaiian pizza, which is a little bit more out there. You know, they're taking a little bit more risk, but they do have a really nice toaster oven. So as the pizza like kind of cools down and they reheat it, like it is gonna be crispy. It's gonna be fresh. Do a little bit of the, you know, like the water sprinkle on top, so it really rehydrates it as well. Yeah, they're going all in.
Kind of dope. Well, speaking of which, Jiwoo is down extraordinarily low. The Ignite's still ticking, but he is going to get a Whimsy Shield. He'll be all right, at least for now. But there is no cleanse, no Ignite, and no heal in this lane now. Diablo and Plan B having a great time. And Plan B, when he hit that first grenade, that's when you kind of knew things were going to go all right here for Liv Sandbox on the bottom side. Jinx doing some Jinx early game things.
Yeah. And we also have Sounder pathing on towards the opposite side of the map, which makes sense because his Wukong in pre-6, he's just not going to do a whole lot. But it also means that so much gold is already going to be denied here. HH not able to pick up the cannon either. And Jiwoo going to be put very, very far behind already. 20 CS deficit here. Is going to be able to pick up like a wave here. So going to be a full 2 waves behind. Very tough start here for the Jinx. Now this is Jinx, one of the best scaling carries in the game. Also looks like Jiwoo might go for the BT first, which I do actually think is I love that. A really good build, particularly into what will be severely nerfed. I'm going to harp on this a lot. Sapling damage. And we'll see whether that ends up being enough. Jinx is one of those picks that can definitely just fall behind, not do anything, and lose the game before she ever becomes relevant. As I like pineapple on pizza. Yeah.
I'll eat it.
Yeah, I don't mind a pizza Hawaii.
I think it depends.
It's fine.
It depends what kind of pizza it is. Like if you're like from like a pretty average pizza place, you're like,
I do that.
It's totally fine. But if you're like going to a beautiful traditional,
they wouldn't offer it, right?
Like yeah, and you're like, if you could just put some pineapple on this pizza, you'd probably be laughed out of the room.
Yeah,
and I think that's okay.
I think if you have like for example in Korea, you have like the kind of American style pizza places that are quite good, right? But that are more like takeout style pizza. Hold up.
All right. That is a very dead Jiwoo. That's going to be first blood going over to the Heimerdinger. Beautifully ganked and set up here. This Plan B Heimerdinger, I would say, is worthy of a Plan A.
Yep. It's doing exceptional. And your Heimer and Varus, you're supposed to stomp the lane, but actually doing it is a big ask, particularly for some of our challenger bot lanes that have struggled a lot with this. Sounda to try and get a cheeky steal in here. Not going to be the case.
Not happening. Nice play so far here from Liv Sandbox. Able to leverage this bottom lane really beautifully.
Pineapple grilled chicken pizzas. Yeah, that is really good. I do agree. Yeah, just really nicely done here by Vincenzo. Dodges everything, and yeah, Jiwoo can't be the one walking up there.
And he can't walk up at the same time either.
No, if it's HH that walks up there, then maybe, but you don't even win the 3v3 this early on, so walking up there is just not a good thing that you should ever do. No, pineapple is an extremely versatile fruit that can be used in like a ton of really great dishes. It's just specifically on pizza, it's only if it's like a takeout style pizza, and like it'll be nice and greasy.
What about pineapple in hamburgers?
Yeah, that's fine as well.
I'm a big
pineapple
fan.
in hamburgers, but like there's a ton of marinades, you know, that use either pineapple or citrus fruits that are really, really good. Because the enzymes in pineapple actually help kind of soften up the proteins in meat. It's the same reason why if you eat fresh pineapple, like your mouth can feel kind of wonky as, oh, Realm Warp gank.
All right, let's see whether Nongshim can make this. Yeah, Diablo is super dead. Can he take Ju with him is the question, as he really wants to try and pick up this kill. And he's going to flash for it. Might actually be the kill going down. There it is. That's a disaster for Nongshim. Diablo uses all of his summoners, but man, was it worth it.
And if there's a heal available there, Jiwoo is always fine. Not going to be the case now unless you go for return ganks. That is not going to be a worthwhile trade here for the side of Nongshim. Nicely done there by the Liv Sandbox bot laner.
Absolutely amazing stuff. Do you know what I learned? I was making a grilled cheese last night when I came home, and I was going to put it in the oven under the grill, you know, the grill in the oven. Absolutely, which is, you know, how you would normally do it. And my fiance's like, no, just put it in the air fryer.
Yeah, that works.
And I did, and it was amazing.
Yeah.
I was like, why do we even have ovens anymore?
Well, because they do different things. An air fryer is just a like really high intensity convection oven. But they do different things. If you want to cook something like you want to make, you know, a plate of. Ooh,
okay.
Let's wait a minute.
Call me taking a bit of an explosive charge there, but not too much going to happen.
So obviously for like bacon and bread, it's quite nice, but the fried texture I think is very different from if you want like some nice baked potatoes, you know, which you can't really do in an air fryer because they're too hot. I think air frying a grilled cheese is completely fine though. I don't see what's wrong with that.
Yeah, it's more like
an air fryer is not a high-powered microwave. Get out of here. That's not the same thing at all.
That's definitely not how that one works. In a little bit of a way. Grilled cheese you're supposed to do on a fry pan though. I understand that. But if you're lazy like me and you were just gonna do it in a grill and not in a sandwich press.
Yeah, that's the Dutch way. We call it a toasty or a toasty.
Yeah, we call them toasties too.
Yeah, love those.
Sometimes a jaffle.
A what?
Jaffle.
A jaffle?
In Australia. Yeah.
Why?
It's cooked in a jaffle iron. I don't know.
You mean waffle iron?
No, we call them jaffles.
Do you call waffles jaffles?
No. A waffle is a waffle. Waffle's completely different thing.
So what's a jaffle?
Jaffle is grilled cheese sandwich.
Huh. I never knew.
Yeah.
The more you know.
I could give it a goog.
I would appreciate that.
Because maybe I'm it's not even a thing. Maybe
no, we've had this happen already, and there was like a few people that were like, "Oh yeah, this makes sense. This is a
jaffle line."
What even? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a camping thing. I've seen those. Huh.
That's
cool.
Anyway, it is a thing. Can confirm. Spelled with a J.
Chronicle, what's your favorite Joy Division song? Transmission, probably. Really like that. We used to cover that with my old band. It's one of the because you don't have to be able to actually sing to do Joy Division covers. It's really nice.
My favorite Joy Division song is the Wombats Joy Division.
I know you don't. That's no. Might be Disorder. I'm not sure. One of those two. What champions do you think would be the best cooks? Well, that's all the skin lines, right? Just anyone that has a... Kench would be my obvious number one. The man eats a lot. What?
Oh, which champions would be the best cooks? Pantheon.
Oh, I'm Kian on that. There we go. Look, we got a ban. Nice. That doesn't happen often. See ya. Huh. They didn't know. They had no idea.
Dumpstered.
Bye.
We're going to see, speaking of which, Sounder is just going to get out of there. His clone took a lot of damages, though. Vincenzo has the item that is really, really good at the moment in the jungle as this Maokai. Really, really great. So he's hit a huge power spike here. Super Mega Death Rocket going to be blocked there by Diablo. And a second Drake going to go over here to Liv Sandbox. And this is exactly how this composition needs to be played out. On Liv Sandbox's side, they need to keep snowballing. And so far, things are doing fantastically well for them.
Yeah, they also have a Great Soul, which is really, really big. As we are getting the charge in here. Calmy and Sounda gonna have to try and look. Ooh, yeah. No reason for Sounda to walk up there. Not gonna be the case. Plates are gonna be given over to Guti and Vincenzo.
Yep.
The one thing I will be afraid of is Sandbox, as they go into the later stage of the game, actually have a pretty fragile composition. Now, their zone control is amazing, so as long as they keep control, they are chilling. But like one mistake around a team fight, around an objective, if they do get engaged on by Soundar or Mihao or Jiwoo gets to the later stage of the game, I do think they're still going to run in trouble. But from ahead, this composition is so obnoxious to play into. You have incredible shoving power. You have really good zone denial with Gnar when he has his Gnar bar, with Maokai, with the Heimer as well. And Nongshim gonna have to try and find an angle back, because I think just waiting for Jiwoo is not going to be enough, as the vision control here on the bottom side of the map for Sandbox is
absurd,
impeccable.
Yeah, just gigantic amounts of wards. And the ability to see stuff, nicely done. You can see gold is still very close between the two teams, which is kind of surprising given how wrecked the bottom lane got. But those two Drakes are going to mean that things are looking fantastic here for Live Sandbox. Vincenzo moving on over, getting control vision as they move it towards the top side of the map. Haven't really checked in on the top side at all, but Live Sandbox are going to.
Yeah, it's still there.
Okay, the top lane exists.
It does exist on Summoner's Rift, yeah.
All right, I'll believe it when I see it. And here it is. Okay, there we go. It does exist. Mahal living his best life, as he generally does. He is Cassante after all, and that means happy Mahal. I need to double check just how many games he's played on the 19 games.
Yeah, that's what he does.
As Vincenzo is now going to get knocked up. Oh, really nice use of that. But Plan B is here. Super Mega Death Rocket is going to get Jinx excited, and Vincenzo is also dead. Okay, Goody is going to dive on forward. That's going to lock down the kill onto the Lulu, but Daihyuk is now a mini-Gnar in trouble. And now in the Death Chamber. As, you know, you're a man in the business. As far as, is that a throw?
Yeah. Yeah.
Are we calling that? Is that what we call in the business?
It's just a good old challenger staple. You know what the one thing is that Sandbox should never do? Is be the one that tries to do stuff to Nongshim. Nongshim should always be playing into that.
Well, we're going to have another battle here, as Goody's going to be able to dive out of there, but Warrior Trickster is going to be in. We're fighting for second Herald, guys. Generally a thing that is not super good. However, Nongshim are going to back away.
Cat, you're gonna get a timeout for that. Come on. Know the rules. Respect the players.
Yep, that is rule number 1.
Because what we see there,
that's not a day.
No,
timeouts are a day.
No, 10 minutes.
Oh.
I'm a
You're
gentle.
a 10-minute timeouter?
I'm a gentleman, Atlas. Next time they'll get 24. Okay.
Don't you worry. 24.
How much you? How many people do I need to time out?
No, that's 24. That's 24. That's 24.
That's a 24.
Give me that 24. Give me that 24.
How many seconds is that?
I don't know. The one with the most seconds.
I need to manually put them in. All right. Well, come on, everyone. Be better. So, yeah, there's no reason to ever do this. The composition of Sandbox really thrives when they're the ones who are in a zone and are just able to poke away, to prod, to use their lethality, Varus and the Heimer and the Maokai to slowly set up, not try and set up a trap when you don't know for certain where everyone is, because once they get on top of you, the Nongshim comp is really good. And giving Jiwoo free gold to get skill back into this game, not part of the plan, Atlas.
No, it is certainly not. He also just has a Kraken Slayer now. Decided to not go for the first item, BT, just the casual lane Vamp Scepter, which is kind of cute. Oh, Kips is here! Quid won. And Quid had an absolute massive pop-off on Talia.
Yeah, okay, but then they also lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he won a game, and he was really good.
Yeah, he won a game. Quid won, Gen.G lost. Well, I mean, Quid kind of lost in Game 3. But, like, Quid was good.
Really was.
He was very Quid.
That's going to be first turbot here in the cards.
Yeah, there it is. The anti-throw.
Well,
the go and collect the ball.
They need to make sure that they don't give up this Drake. If Sandbox get this mountain soul point, I think they're still kind of chilling. But if they are unable to, that might be
Yeah,
that might be it.
Mountain Soul is kind of their kryptonite, isn't
Yeah,
it?
no, if they
or
get
Mountain
Mountain
Drakes
Soul,
are their
no,
kryptonite.
Mountain into Vincenzo and the Diablos. Really, really bad.
Yeah.
But there is not great positioning. Oh,
Mihail
Mihail
is collecting Dahyuk. As Call Me is going to use his Realm Warp. This means Nongshim are kind of out of position.
Yeah, they're not going to get this.
No, they just have to back away by the looks of things.
Oh, that is very painful.
That is not a Drake that they want to give up.
Probably just going to try and Jinx steal it, huh?
Yeah,
Press
could be the
R.
option.
And
Super Mega Death Rocket is going to show that this is not actually anywhere close to being started, but the Sandbox are going to be able to lock that one down. They gain control of the area and lock them out. And this is what this comp can actually do very, very well, is if they establish some control, they absolutely do take a lot of removal from the enemy team. It's very difficult for Nongshim to actually acquire. So I like it. Using it very, very well. And Goody is a real AD carry at the same time. And a lot of the time, these compositions with the Lethality Varus kind of run out of steam because they don't have that large amount of just DPS, raw DPS. But with a Tristana mid, you kind of do have that, which is kind of cool. Nongshim going to trade turrets, though. And sort of even trades with a composition like Nongshim's that is just very front-to-back friendly. It's kind of nice.
Yeah, my main point of worry for Nongshim is that when they're going to have to fight for the death, because they have to, you can't give the Mountain Soul over.
Yeah.
Jiwoo is not going to have free items, right? Like, he might be able to finish in 4 minutes his second item, which I assume will be, or I assumed it would be a BT, but he might actually hold off on that and go for rapid fire with that early dagger that he picked up.
Yeah, that dagger is looking a little bit RFC-ish.
It is very RFCs. Might just have picked up the Vamp Scepter for lane and then just go RFC into, I assume will be IE. Jinx doesn't really benefit as much as a lot of other characters from Quickblade, so would be expecting to see that. That is a ton of gold that you still need. And Mountain Soul is a really, really tough thing to play into, so Nongshim got to try and figure out a solution here, and I do actually really like what Sandbox are doing, even with the mistake they made earlier. They're not going in as deep anymore, but they're maintaining control. And that's what this composition needs. Keep the vision set up high. Make sure that you don't flip on an objective. Don't need to. So use the control that you have.
Well, Dahyuk going to make his way down, try and stop this rise. Mihail in the top lane, going to avoid his tower falling down. 20 minutes on the dot right now in this game. Well, you know, 20 minutes and 20 seconds or something like that. And Nongshim trying to regain some composure after that dragon issue that they ran into. But gold being very even and you having a Jinx is kind of a thing that you're all right with. But the Tristana is kind of like, I'm erring. I'm doing some erring. Just because Trist does do a lot of work late game, and they do have a lot of ability to protect her if she can stand near the Heimerdinger, the Maokai and things like this.
Yeah, I'm just worried about the dragon. That to me is like something that Nongshim's composition can't really account for and really deal with that easily, because you can actually run into damage issues as well. Like, Call Me has a big spike here, which is huge, right? He's going to be able to hit, at the very least,
just a couple of stacks.
Yep. He's going to be just shy of his Rod of Ages, though, which really is unfortunate. Would love to have that 10 stacks as the Drake fight is going to come through. And Nongshim, the upside is if they catch someone, they die. It doesn't matter who it is, barring maybe Guti if he has a really good buffer. But is that enough? Jiwoo kind of going to have to play like a maniac here.
Yeah.
Play really far forward, try and look for poke. Nongshim need Mihail or Sounda or Call Me or all of them to get into the backline. And if they don't get a big Realm Warp, they're not going to win. They're going to lose the objective. Call Me might be dead.
He is going to be able to get the turret.
I think he knows.
This is going to be a difficult time. Yep, Nature's Grasp is going to come in. He knows that he's going to have to try and fight this one if he can. If he manages to get Goody, then it's a big deal. But he's not able to. And Call Me is just dead for the next 40 seconds. Does have teleport, so of course it means that they can still get everyone over towards the Drake. But establishing any sort of control is now kind of out the window And that was the most difficult process that they had last time around, and will still be the same situation now. Just because Heimerdinger, you've got Maokai with the saplings, and I think that's now a Leandri's completed.
As well, yeah, I think the spikes here are disgusting for Sandbox. So you have 2-item spike, Guti with Bloodthirster and Kraken. You have Vincenzo with the double mask. Then Diablo also finished Serpent's Fang early here, which I think this early in the game is like an insane spike. Good luck, Nongshim. This is a must-win fight. Like, goal-wise, it's not that bad, right? And you have a rapid fire counter on Jiwoo. But they should not be allowed, though, to take control of the river. That's very good. Keep that poke going. That's what you... Okay, that's not it.
Diablo? Hello? Never mind. He will be able to land a few buttons here.
Yeah, them getting position is...
This actually...
not ideal for... You have the ultimate for Vincenzo. It's me out. I go for a TP here. There is a window here.
Like, this is likely a 50-50, exactly, as the grenade is going to come through. Nature's Grasp is going to be there as well, but you can see the Wukong tanking so much with his decoy. Mihail looking for the back line as Daihug is going to hit Mega. And Vincenzo thrown into the back of the pit. It looks like it should be able to be confirmed, and they take down the Maokai as well, and this could just be an absolute disaster. They ran out of buttons. The Super Mega Death Rocket does go wide, but Nongshim stealing away that Drake is just huge for these guys. And without a jungler, maybe Nongshim just take a Baron. What? This is risky. Risky somewhat.
I don't think you do that into the Tristana and the poke that's available. They're going to try, though. And this is what Nongshim always excelled at, the team fighting. Oh, no. This is going to backfire.
Well, Cormy is just flashing, finds a Rune Prison onto Diablo, but not really able to do too much more. The Lulu is just straight up dead. Everyone's flashing out of the pit. Oh god, it's a disaster as Daihuk just going to throw him into the wall. Mihail's still having a good time, but Cormy is going to take down the Tristana in the backline. He does die for it, but that is actually really important, I think, because Live Sandbox now can't do Baron.
That is some challengers, baby. I don't know what happened. I am going to take this opportunity to say, stop building AP Maokai. Tank Maokai survives.
I like Wolf's question a lot. Serious in brackets, where is Calyx? Like, it actually has to be serious in brackets because everyone asks where everyone is all the damn time.
Yeah, Call Me
we
is
don't
back
actually
in.
know. Yeah, Call Me just subbed back in this time around.
Call Me's playing playing well, though. As Guti, the classic Tristana arrow, jumping in when you don't actually have them ready. Can't tank the damage there. But I'm worried for Sandbox. I thought that they were in a great position in this game, but the team fighting there was not good at all around that Dragon Pit.
Yeah, and it's not even, it's the setup as well that was really lacking. Like, Live Sandbox should be able to get into a river and set up turrets and saplings and things like this, and then be able to challenge mid afterwards. But not actually having those down is kind of a disaster. All right, Chains of Corruption are going to go wide as Mihail happy to tank up the Nature's Grasp because he is indeed his Cassante as Sounder over the wall. Once again, just being a bit tricky here with the Warrior Trickster.
Yeah, nicely done. Uses the E to jump over the wall, then goes back with the W to just get a little bit of poke down.
Mihail is just straight up a Cassante one-trick, and I'm kind of okay with it.
And he's really good at it as well. It's actually... I'm kind of down. Yeah, I kind of respect it. He's just like, yeah, this champion is nuts.
I mean, he's been playing League for a long time, right? Like most of our Challenger players. Like, it's at least more than a year. Like, what was he playing before this, and how did he get on the team?
Yeah, can you imagine you sign Mihail and you don't know that he doesn't know he's a Cassante
He didn't even
one-trick.
know that he's a Cassante one-trick yet, right?
But here we are.
Whoa, that's crazy. They must have just known. As there are a couple of Siege minions there trying to do some work on this outer turret. As Live Sandbox establishing control.
So the upside for Sandbox is that once Jiwoo gets BT, it's not that big a spike compared to any of the crit items, right? Like the disc quick blades.
10-decade timeout for Jinkup. Sorry. Yeah, you asked for a timeout. I gave you a timeout. All right. Whoa, that was an experience. I'm really glad you got to have that. I'm glad I supplied you with the ability to do it. Yeah, Goody has got, he's going to have to do some serious 4D chess to get out of this one. As Buster Shot going to be used. Cyclone as the drive-by. Sounder is just probably dead. And yeah, he is going to go down. There's the reset for Goody. And the 4D chess was, oh, never mind. Super Mega No Rocket comes through, and you know, it was 1 for 1, so we'll take that. Mihail here on the bottom side, just going to teleport away. Gets towards the turret, but he may not be able to save it here. Dayok does have a fair bit of work yet to do. Oh, no. That was a bit odd, as we're looking for an all-out angle, and Mihail does not find it.
So good news for Sandbox is that even though they lose Guti, Sounder doesn't respect Trist and dies, which means that Guti actually stays alive for a long time and gets the reset jumps. And then you lose a lot of turrets still. Yeah, oh, Sounder, man. Actually, look at that. It's the AP Maokai that actually does this. Sounder just walks up and then, yeah, the double jump from Guti there. Nicely done, actually. Doesn't matter, fortunately. The one upside for Nongshim is that Jiwoo got the kill. Jiwoo now has BT as well. Oh,
ooh, bit scary.
Don't trade.
Oh yeah,
Baron.
Yeah.
For
Baron
Mountain Soul.
for Mountain Soul.
Oh wait, left Sandbox's handshake. Okay, I guess it's fine. But Sandbox, just take the soul. It's so good.
No. You got to challenge without establishing positional advantage, as they will be able to take the Drake, the Baron. Sorry, but can they survive? Nature's Grasp doesn't really do all that much. Is now waiting in the back of the pit is Call Me and Mihail. Don't know what they're going to be able to do back here, but they've survived for quite a long time. They do lose the Cassante as Call Me goes golden. Almost has Flash. Oh man, his Flash was so close to coming back up again. Live Sandbox quite low. Jiwoo at full health.
Yeah, like with Jiwoo as full as they are, I still don't know if you can do this. I think Nongshim might try and contest it.
Cyclone's still up for Sounder, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of massive.
They don't have control though, so this should be the Baron for Soul trade.
Oh, that's a flash from Jiwoo. He just wants to kill Diablo, who goes into his stopwatch, and there is the kill. Getting excited is the Jinx now. Can run real fast. Vincenzo needs to be aware of the zaps.
A maniac.
They're still going to give up this soul, but they have Baron, Chronicler.
Yeah, you can't really walk in, which is the main reason why this still goes over. And
Is this soul for inhibitor mid?
No, they're not going to hit inhib. Okay. I'm going to say
borderline worth.
I really don't know. Like, Jinx is such a insane late game character that I don't know if this is worth. I'd say that it's not.
Yeah, I think it's still borderline worth.
I'm saying it's not worth. But if this gets Jinx and IE, like that kill there, oh no, Nongshim, no, don't just keep going. Well, actually, Meow is hit.
Yeah.
Call me as
no. Call Me is perhaps.
Oh, we got I need to. There you go. I need to time out someone again. Man, people are getting rowdy up in here.
Really?
Yeah. They're calling people trash. Can't call our players trash.
That guy was being a silly Billy before as well.
Didn't see.
Just one of those people. It's fine though. You know, out of the close to 4,000 watching, to have a few silly Billies, that's
no
okay.
problem.
Yeah.
Wait, we've that. Oh my God! All these friendly people.
I know.
Proud of you, chat.
Yeah. See.
So that's IE done on Jiwoo now. This will be a problem. This Jinx, because how do you get to Jinx if you are Sandbox? The answer is no.
I think you hope that Nature's Grasp hits him.
Yeah, between the Wukong clone and Mihail standing in front of them.
Oh, it's Altered Grenade from Plan B.
Yeah.
That has to be Plan A, I think, actually.
But what's Plan B? So it's a good Baron power play for Nongshim, and this is Jinx. That's the only reason why I'm not believing that this game is over, and I do still think the scaling advantage is there for Nongshim, and maybe it's just going back.
This game is so even.
Where all the challengers games start and end, the Alpha and the Omega.
Yeah.
It's an Elwer flip.
It is. That's the angle. And I actually feel like that favors Live Sandbox if they can get to the area.
Ooh, I don't know about that
but
one.
Whether they actually can is, like, Okay, so I'm thinking that maybe we did a whoopsie because the value of these turrets is actually kind of huge. Great grenade to deter Nongshim from moving forward, but Mihail is splitting with the inner turret falling in the mid lane. It means that Live Sandbox's ability to walk up becomes so much more difficult.
Yeah.
This is actually way bigger for Nongshim than I think we initially thought.
That's entirely on me. I should have seen that.
No, but it's like, it's really cool because the initial read also kind of makes sense. But now that they've opened up the map so much, Nongshim are able to claim more vision control. And so their ability to get towards this Elder that they allowed to start spawning is higher.
How would you evaluate if Sandbox comps? If this was Carthus, they would win the game. Are you kidding me? Like, if they have double AD set up, if you have a Carthus with this, you just win. You press R before the fight, and anyone that isn't Jinx will be like 60% health.
Yeah, and Jinx, the only reason she's not 60% health is because she's got Bloodthirst.
Yeah, and Lulu, and that's about it. Yeah. Yeah, very easy. The 2-1 already play? Yes.
Yes, they did.
Even with Faker benched, they actually won.
Faye, PCS Lord.
Getting it done.
Getting it done, absolutely. It's nicely played. As Jiwoo, aggressive positioning. I really do think Jiwoo is a great player.
Yeah. No, we meme a lot about Jiwoo, but like, the reason why I call him a psychopath in the best of ways, like that flash right there, that you can't teach that. Like, players have that killer instinct, and sometimes it makes them look silly. I think Jackie Love is like the poster child for this.
Yeah.
But there is also times where Jackie Love is like, oh, he's just the best player in the world, I guess.
Because when it works to the point where you win the game immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, those are the sort of decisions.
I'm kind of loving it. And thank you. You guys are doing great, helping me through a tough time. I hope you feel better soon. That is what we are here for. So it is, can Jiwoo carry? Becomes this game for Nongshim. And on Sandbox, anyone surviving is going to be pretty good. You have a ton of damage there with Sounda.
All right. Going to use that Warrior Trickster again. Actually gets the Nature's Grasp out. That's absolutely huge.
It's going to be up, though, I think, for the Elder.
But
so
not for the Baron. Nongshim could possibly do the Baron to Elder situation. But Elder is very important.
Best player in the world is without a double carry. Yeah, that's a reasonable take.
I agree.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
I think I've said that before.
We have many times. It's not a controversial opinion.
No, don't think so. Kind of a boring opinion.
How is that a Maple Story reference? Probably.
Probably. Most names, actually, these days are Maple Story references.
Yeah.
As, nice Flame Chompers as the grenade going to be avoided. Sounder actually very low, but look at how quickly this Baron is falling. They need to try and get in here.
Sounder might
see
be
whether
dead.
they can. Yeah, Sounder in a whole host of trouble. Gets his W back available again, but once more, Mihail.
Jiwoo?
Now the one struggling. Great little knock-up as he goes all out. Oh my god, Mihail. He is the Lord of Cassante. We knew it, and now it has been confirmed.
He is that guy.
Oh my god.
He still has TP.
That was one of the sickest Cassanteings I have ever seen.
Okay, and now if they TP towards bot side, I think they can make a play for Elder here. Wait, that's a deep TP.
That is, whoa. Sometimes you TP and you get a bit frightened.
That's okay.
And then your mate comes in and does the same thing.
Okay, so, but it's still a Sandbox favorite play. They still have control. Oh my god, this man has no fear. He is actually, Mihail is Cassante.
He is the embodiment. Actually,
he's him.
Jiwoo is going to take a lot of poke.
It's fine.
He's found a minion wave. Yep, and so that's all of his health bar back up again. 4 versus 5, guys. Not 5 guys.
They gotta go in now. Oh my god. There he is!
Yep, Mihail. Oh, and another Chains of Corruption. I think that's 4 in a row. A little bit unfortunate here for Diablo.
Vision.
Dahak. But he does have Mega. And so not exactly the time where Nongshim really want to fight as that is... No! The Gnar doesn't work out because the stopwatch is so good from Jiwoo. And now he's trying to get this kite to work. Super Mega Death Rocket goes to Narnia, but that's okay. Mihail gets into the backline. He is all out from the minute 1 of this game. Nongshim just going to chase them down. Mihail might die, but that's fine because he's done his job. And I said the minute 1, which is wrong, but I was just caught up in the moment as these rockets got close, but Plan B stuck in a Flame Chomper.
This is
still dangerous.
Yeah,
that Chains of Corruption is going to land. Sometimes you hit the ones that you need to. And Diablo is going to find that. Sounder is going to fall down. That is going to be the Elder. And Live Sandbox will win this game.
Well, it's challengers. They're going to get the Elder. I don't know if that's going to be enough.
Oh, it's done. It hasn't been said. Atlas has decreed that the game has discontinued via the win of Live Sandbox.
Pull the plug.
They have assembled
It's done.
the Exodia, and Exodia will be respected to the point where your Nexus will be forfeited.
Do we just vote Diablo now because of that?
No, we definitely do.
Okay,
It's Plan B.
they're brand.
It's Plan B like 400 times out of 10.
Plan B?
Yes.
It was so close as well.
Oh man, he misses the zap at the same time, and then nope. Oh.
Yep, as we said, sometimes you play far forward, sometimes it works out, and sometimes it doesn't. And with Baron and Elder, there is no conceivable way.
Baron, Elder, Soul.
Yeah, you can't lose the game. It can't be done.
Surely.
No, no shirleying. No memeing.
It hasn't been written in the stars that Exodia will not lose. However, crazier things have happened.
Stop cluelessing me, chat.
This is Challenger, and you never know until you know. You know?
1 minute. No, it's done. You were right. You have decreed that the game was over.
I did decree. However, I have been wrong before, many times. As Nature is grasping at Nongshim, while Nongshim themselves are grasping at straws. Mihail, the breath of the Drake is scary, as Super Mega Death Rocket is not a lot of death, but not a lot of things hitting really at all.
There's
Live
no
Sandbox
wave.
ran out of minions. Minions are somewhat necessary, as I think a sapling does like most of anyone's health bar.
Not my house. He tanks those.
Okay. Still does more
Well,
than
20
it should, to be
seconds.
honest.
Just pull the trigger. Sandbox.
Yeah, look at Mihail
gotta
pulling
go.
the wave. He's pulling the wave as best he can. Sounder might just die. Wild Growth has to be invested.
Open Nexus.
Yep. The naked Nexus problem does come through Diehug. It's going to be thrown away, and Jiwoo is just destroyed. Mihail popping off in the backline, though, as the Drake is going to consume him. Vincenzo is going to fall. Plan B is just getting to work, throwing these cogs at the Nexus. Sounder just cannot get close enough, and yes, they ran out of the Elder, but they did not lose hope. They have managed to take down Nongshim here. My goodness, was it a tough one for Live Sandbox? But they stayed true, and they managed to pick up the win.
The key thing there, the Dragons. Dragons were the deciding factor, I think, in that one. And
yeah.
Sandbox deserve all the credit, but I'm mad I don't get to vote for Mihail. I wanted to vote for my boy. He had such
who
a good
did we
cassette.
vote for?
I don't know. I'm gonna do it. I'm sorry, but I have to. I have to be a dirty Diablo voter because he hit the one chain that won him the game. I don't want to be.
I'm going to vote for the correct vote, which is Plan B.
Well, that's okay.
I think it's illegal to vote for the quadrimiss.
But he hit the one.
He did hit the one, but that's not what you...
Just the one.
Yeah, but...
So Atlas,
yeah.
how are you feeling about those 6 games?
Well, I mean, I think 8,
That we still have
8
going.
is very likely.
Do you think Sandbox is going to 2-0 this now?
What? No. This is 3 games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're all around 40 minutes as well. We're not doing anything fast.
No, that is not happening. Ooh. See, look, you have to give it to Plan B because he did more than 10 times the damage of his opponent.
Oh yeah, of a Lulu.
Yeah. He's a support versus support. It's not about the champions. It's about the play. That's how you get the damage.
Chat, not the 9 game. We had 6 games that Atlas and I casted into a POG state recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they were really good games yesterday.
Yeah, they were
and we were
fun.
very lucky to be casting them. And now, they've been really good games so far today. And we're once again lucky to be casting them. Diablo is going to be lucky to pick up a POG here.
Oh, I hope you knows. I kind of want to know the vote spread. Yeah, I'm sorry, but
if you
hit the one,
if you were the deciding
if you
vote,
hit the one, then you just win.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
He's got to hit the one. Why are both Nongshim top laners doing it in my house so good at Cassante? I have no idea. Is the Diablo's 15.
Yep, he's a young boy. Man, Plan B was so robbed this game. He was just amazing.
I voted for AD, but my heart is to Plan B. Thank you, Yuno. You get it.
You voted for AD as well?
Yeah.
So there were two of you
Yuno got my back.
that should have done the right thing, and you did the wrong thing? Oh, man. Well,
it's 12.
at least
15.
we know that in our hearts, Plan B deserved it.
But for some reason, I'm not tired. The challenge. That's what Challenger does. It keeps on giving.
Now, Makan, if you went to sleep now, though, you could wake up and probably catch the last game or two, which is pretty dope. We're going to go to a short break, guys. When we get back, game number 2, followed then after by game number 3. We'll see you soon. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK Challenger 2023 Spring. It's Allison Chronicler.
Woo!
We're here to do some commentary, talking about games. Yeah. I don't know why we had to do that in a more rhythmical way, but we did. Hi everyone. We're here back again for some more video gaming of the League of Legends variety. If you're expecting anything else, you're not gonna get it. It's League of Legends all day today.
Yeah, no other games.
Yeah, I don't know why. I feel like I'm a bit angsty.
Well, you're sitting
just
beside
today
me.
in general.
I think my angst just radiates through.
Yeah, maybe that's
I
what
do
it
have
is.
a lot of angst.
He is an angsty boy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna release your emo album soon?
But there is one already.
Don't tell me. Really?
Well, poetry, yeah. There's an emo blog that I wrote when I was like 18. It's a lot of really bad poetry.
Wait, and you've got your like little sound deck thing that you're like you could actually.
I could actually do it.
Oh my god! Can it be like full emo lyrics but with like upbeat like
oh, you really go
full happy
Yeah.
Happy techno.
Yeah, sure.
Emo. That sounds super dope. All right. We'll have to get you to bring in your emo poetry from when you were 18 so that we can use it as content.
You know what? If we get to 9 games, I will do a poetry reading in the final game. Well, it's real bad.
As long as I can leave. That sounds great.
You're gonna peace out.
Subjected to the viewers, not to me.
You could handle it.
I couldn't
it's
handle
too
it.
much.
I don't think I could. No. The Kips is into it though. Most of it is about Quid, actually. The Kips. In fact, actually, anything that's like self-referential, can you just refer it to Quid instead?
No.
No, you can't.
No, I won't do that.
Oh, that's
sorry.
Sad. The Kips would have liked it if it was just Quid. It would have been for him. We could have because he missed out on Quid's pop-off Talia performance.
Yeah, he did.
So we are going to go into game 2 prior to game 3. Nongshim will select probably the blue side. I believe they'll probably draft a little bit better this time around, give themselves a few, a bit more power in the laning phase perhaps, and not fall into some of these traps that they fell into rather early on. We need to congratulate Plan B once again on his PH. Oh, never mind. It was Diablo. I'm sad again. Re-sad. Plan B, though, was fantastic on his Heimerdinger, so maybe he won't get that again. We've seen Heimerdinger here in Challenger banned so often, regardless of the nerfs. He's sort of fallen off the ban list, not completely out of favor in the LCK, but here in Challenger still massively up there. A lot of the teams being able to play that one. What happened to Dongwu? She played in Academy.
She did, and she did great. Won there, I'm pretty sure. Man, I made the mistake of looking at YouTube chat. They're so mean.
Huh.
The Dream About Velvet's part is sweet.
That's cute.
That's. There's just some of the other names.
And there was a Reckless theme song. What should Chronother's song be about? That's cute too.
Which play? Yeah, there's some YouTube chat. There's a couple of people that are really trying, and I commend you for that.
Oh, there's the one guy just being an absolute psycho. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. you are the light shining through in the darkness. No, there's also
the one guy saying stop eating the microphone is like, that's a bit weird. I don't know whether I.
No, look at the name.
Yeah, that's not great.
Yeah, that's not.
But also the comments a bit weird.
Yeah.
We're not eating the microphone. We're just speaking into it. And generally, this is how microphones work, especially if they're microphones like this, that are a little bit of the more, what is it, condenser microphone?
Yeah.
Directional microphones. You need to be quite close to them to actually get them to work correctly.
That's the point.
Yep. Great Agiling. I'm glad that you found your way over here. Microphone foam is clearly delicious.
It is not.
I can't deny it. That's why you get the Shure SM7B microphone. The foam tastes better.
Yeah. I don't love the Annie on Blue song. Well, no, one of the songs is obviously going to be called Where's Faker.
No. You need to ban Annie as Nongshim, 100%. You know why?
Because you got to be one at Cassante.
Yeah.
Well, they're going to, aren't they?
Oh, 100%. There is no way that this isn't a B1 Cassante.
But Ash is up.
Cassante's up.
Where is G-Sun? We don't know what G-Sun is.
Oh, what? What is this, Mihail?
Betrayal.
Mihail. No, he's just kidding. He's just kidding. No. There is no shot. Sejuani? No way.
Okay, we need...
Mihail, just do it.
I know.
Whoa!
So
insanity.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
We need someone to ban Ruji in YouTube chat because it's getting worse. We have no power there.
Yeah.
But WDG, I know you're listening. Please. It's very obvious.
God's work must be done.
Someone must be smoked.
Yep. The smite must rain from the heavens.
They must get smitten because they're being very mean for no reason.
Smited, in fact, not smitten. Smitten's a very different thing.
Well, maybe it's just a Freudian slip because I'm smitten with you.
Oh, I walked into that one. That was very cute. Oh, went from really awful to really wholesome in an instant. Oh, very cute. Anyway, the Vi is going to be locked away here by Live Sandbox. Nongshim going to insta-lock their... oh, no, they can't play Viga. Damn, could have been the Viga and Rakan
What happened
situation.
to Jongyun? Jongyun is doing Valorant.
She's in Valorant, yeah.
She's doing great.
But we miss her. She was fantastic.
Yeah, I like working with Jongyun. She was great.
Yeah, really cool. Double H going to lock in the Thresh. There it is.
Ooh,
All right.
okay.
Kind of into this.
Like Fido's fresh. Good combo, good combo. Rakan seems like the no-brainer here. Oh my god, do it.
That's
Plan
the
B.
no-brainer.
Plan B.
Plan B's like, you didn't give me my
Okay.
POG chronicler, you jerk. Give it to me now.
Yeah.
And locks in the crank. Live Sandbox, let's see whether they can do it. No,
Nope, nope.
not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. Too early.
Sorry.
Too soon. Too soon.
I wrote songs as an angsty outlet when I was younger. Yeah, poetry's the same. It's just the same. It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Except it's just that Chronicler is a little bit more edgy, so writing songs was too mainstream.
No, I
So
did,
you had
I
to
did.
write poetry
No, I was in a
instead.
band as well. I've told you this.
No, I know, but like
The
for your angsty outlet, it needed to be a little bit more hipster.
Yeah, well,
than writing the
yeah,
songs.
yeah, that's actually true. Because you know, I couldn't go full angst with a lot of the song lyrics. They were still pretty dark though. Like it's still kind of out there.
Were there a lot of consonants?
No, it was in English.
Oh, really?
No, that's the whole point.
Oh, wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
Second language songwriting as well. Damn.
Well, I was the lyricist. I wasn't much of a songwriter. More so the rest of the band.
Well, I mean, but
It's
that's
part
the part of it.
part of the gang.
Yeah,
that's where all the angst went.
That's the part that's difficult in a second language. I wouldn't say that the tune is.
Oh yeah, well that's why that's
You
why
don't do
that's-
second
Well,
language
that's why the
writing of
poetry is
music.
really funny because it was also before my English was to the point where it is now. So there is some artifacts there that you will greatly enjoy. I guarantee. you.
Very nice. We do have some bands coming through, a couple of mid-lane bands to come down from Nongshim as they get rid of the Talia and the Ari and the Renekton Mihails Kasante.
I kind of love the
Gonna be banned
Sandbox
here.
draft.
Yeah,
so
me
far.
too. Kind of into it. Especially love the Blitzcrank. One of these things that has been popular into the Thresh for a very long time. My hook is better than your hook is kind of what you say as the Blitzcrank. Of course, Thresh is kind of better now, given the fact that you can use 60 of them in a team fight if you would like to. As Mihail is... Oh, he's chosen violence here today. The Fiora going to be locked in against the Gnar this time around. And Double H. What are you going to pick for Call Me? In that mid lane is the Ziggs, of course. Obviously, it's Ziggs. I think Ziggs is the classic blind pick. Wouldn't you say, Ziggs?
No.
No?
If Gucci can pick up Victor here, I think Sandbox are actually looking like really good.
Yeah,
like
I don't know about
really,
blind
really,
rise that much. Yeah.
really good. Victor is incredible here. You can do a Zero, but I think Victor is nuts into Rise. It's really good into Aphelios. That's not it. That's it.
That's it.
Oh my god.
This is like...
That's also fine.
That's it
That's
too.
fine. No.
That's really not it.
No.
Mega not it.
No.
As far not it as possible.
No, that doesn't work.
No, that's... Oh.
Back to Victor. No.
Oh, God.
You were there.
None of the ults are... It's Glacial Prison.
You
like,
knew.
that's it. Wow.
Oh, Silas,
People
Sandbox-
pick Rise into Silas on purpose.
Yeah, that's not a counter pick that works.
Whoa.
Hey, the box has a crazy AP. Thanks, the Kips. You're always there.
That's actually, like, to be perfectly
that is
honest,
true.
like, support ults are kind of broken.
Yeah.
Just in general.
But there is two good ultimates to steal here.
Yeah. Well, yeah. If the box is one of them.
The
then
box,
yeah.
it's the box and it's the prison.
Yeah.
Those are the other
And I guess
ones.
you only really need two. In any one fight, right? So I guess that's okay. If Silas steals the Moonlight Vigil, I don't believe it does. There's a lot of added effects that you don't get when you steal the Moonlight Vigil, I'm pretty sure. Although it just generally does a fair bit of damage just because you get the Silas AP ratios as well. But it is a bit weird. I'm pretty sure.
We'll see. I thought Sandbox had the opportunity to kind of slam dunk this draft. I still think the Blitzcrank is golden and provides the X factor that they need. But the Nongshim comp is super well rounded. Their 1-for-1 is insanely good, and it's really hard to engage onto a fresh Aphelios and Sedge. So will be a tough one for Sandbox here. I think with the Victor, I would have highly favored them. Now they can. I still think the composition has a lot of power, but I do think it's a lot harder.
And Aphelios into Xayah. It's a tale as old as time, is it not? I feel like we've gone back a couple of years to get back to this. I think a lot of it will still hinge on, does Plan B hit those hooks? And if he hits the big hooks, then... I mean, Nongshim just don't have a lot of range to really play around Blitzcrank that well. So I'm still, like, if things work, Live Sandbox have a chance, but like you say, the well-roundedness of Nongshim's composition, the power of Fiora Sejuani is also, like, that should be a surefire way to get Fiora going in the early stages of the game. So Nongshim have a lot of avenues to success here anyway. As I think there might be a little bit of a delay getting towards the game, a bit of a device issue. So once again, heading over to Denmark, trying to make sure that Device has everything sorted out. We really do care about our professional Counter-Strike players.
In my opinion, the best skin. I think we might be going in the game nonetheless.
Yeah.
But the best skin that you can get is Space Groove Blitz, and I'm hoping to get that one because I want to see a Blitzcrank that is powered by cats.
Oh, I don't like that skin very much.
It's powered by Cats, Atlas.
It's true. Let's rock out and I'll think about it. No, it is powered by cats, but it is the pink one, and I do like the pink one.
Look, there are literally there is a cat in the fist as the cat is moving it.
Yeah, the cat pilot's another cat. Yeah, cats that shoot cats is kind of cool. It reminds me of my favorite enemy in Diablo 3, the bees that shoot bees.
Oh, that's funny.
I remember I actually went to, when Reaper of Souls was being released, I went to the Oceanic Blizzard office for like a Q&A. This was a long time ago. And I asked them about the bees that shoot bees and was asking them whether they were going to make a reappearance in Reaper of Souls. It was a good time.
Plan B knows.
Call Me has gone with a different skin. We'll see whether this is going to be the successful version or not.
Could be the case.
Are you playing Last Epoch?
Don't know.
No, neither am I. What is it? What is it about, Spider? What do you call an American bee? A USB.
that's not bad.
Oh, first hook gonna land!
That's nice.
Well, they did some damage to Double H, who flays to get his aftershock.
Yeah, that's quite nice. Does mean that the trade not as bad as it could be. Also, Geo going for the Ghost here, so a lot of power here, being able to both reposition in team fights pretty consistently, and then also find yourself in a nice situation if someone in lane oversteps. Diablo also went for Call. So yes, this Blitzcrank is a big threat early on, but they are not playing for lane even a little bit. This is, though, a surefire way to get ahead in the mid to late stage of the game. If you can just stack up that call, Chiwu is going to get spotted here.
Yeah, gets a ward down.
So they know.
Vincenzo, seen on the Gromp, and will be seen on his blue as well. As Plan B just going to walk on over and says, you're not allowed to watch him take this blue buff. That is illegal. And 2 cats is how many it takes to unscrew. Not a light bulb, but a ward.
Sad goody.
Ooh, Mihail getting a bit of riposte value towards that top side.
What class are you going to play in the right? I don't know. I don't really know.
We don't even know what the classes are going to be. We have no idea
what the system are going to be. But I usually play Rogue. That's like Rogue or Assassin, because I'm an angsty weeb.
Yeah, I'm a hunter player in WoW because I don't have much of a brain. Always have been.
Valdis is 100% always a wizard or a mage.
He is a wizard of some kind, yes.
Or whatever the equivalent of that is.
And Achilleos is also always a rogue, like our angsty friend Chronicler here is. I'm not sure what Wolf will play. Wolf, if you're still in the chat, can you let us know what class you've decided to play?
Or in general, I don't know what class Wolf is.
What was he playing in WoW Classic? Was it a priest? Or? No, it was a paladin. He was a paladin.
We've had this conversation before, but I'd love to be an assassin, but I'm actually a bard.
Aha.
Yeah. if you'd had to be a real life class. I think you could be a hunter. You'd be a hunter or a warrior. It's the good old-fashioned brawl.
I'd be a priest.
No, you would not.
Yeah.
No.
I'd be all about that. The healing, all that sort of stuff. No, I actually don't know what, if I had to be like a real life role.
That's what I'm saying. I think I would be a bard.
You would definitely be a bard, and that's like really easy, but I don't know what mine would be. I don't think I'd fit an archetype like that.
I think warrior is actually for you.
Yeah, maybe.
Just straightforward.
Just a bit of a knucklehead.
You're a straight shooter, yeah.
A hook is just going to go wide, but Double H lands his. Plan B now going to get gravitamed up. This could be a real problem as Diablo just flashes in. All right, that's one way to do it as Jiwoo, he's burning down. Plan B needs to be a bit careful, and so does Diablo. In fact, everyone just needs to be careful as Jiwoo is going to flash, and that is going to mean First Blood goes over. It's a double kill for Double H. Oh, man. All right, Nongshim.
Diablo, you have clans. You don't have a combat summoner. You can't do that. Okay, so Root misses. That's already a big problem, but you can kind of come back from it. This play from Diablo, man, he's popping off. He's going in ham. He's trying to get as much damage down as he can, and then I think he makes a mistake here by not cleansing the Ignite the moment it comes down. Because if he does, I actually think that he has the time to kill HH.
Yep,
if he cleanses the Ignite, he'll be fine. And the one saving grace, and the only reason why this game isn't immediately over, is because the kill went, both of them, to HH. Like, if Jiwoo gets those kills, it's done. Like, straight up, immediately.
I mean, he's got his Mobies. He's getting more kills here, man.
Well, that is true. But Diablo, so you had Cole. Like, if you cleanse the Ignite and you have Doran's Blade, like, you can win that. Like, that could have worked.
Yep, well, not in this reality. Not when we opened this particular box. That is not the outcome that was inside. As Double H, here in our vision here, Plan B. Rocket grab at the ready. And Vincenzo's moving down. Sounder going to be here. That's going to make sure that Double H can clear out this ward. He will be able to do so. There he goes. Now Vincenzo and Sounder are going to find each other, but Goody does have the first roam into this mid lane. The ward goes down on top of the Lantern. Sounder knows that he can't pick it up as Realm Warp is going to bring the rise in, but immediately he's just smacked into the air. Another hook is going to connect. This time it's a good one, as both mid laners do end up going down. Graviton value pretty high as Jiwoo loads up his Severum, and now Diablo should be dead as well, and Nongshim really taking that first game to heart.
And Diablo and the gang not able to take down enough targets. That first skirmish is so important. And not being able to get the win there, and now more kills going over is a very, very, very bad time. They're going to try
if
and
at first you don't succeed, fight again, as Vincenzo not going to be able to take that. Has to flash to get out of the way of this Aphelios. And that is going to be first rate going over to Nongshim. Have themselves a mountain. Next one going to be that ocean. See what the soul is going to be. Let's check out this fight one more time. Cute little control ward on top of the Lantern to make sure that Sounder cannot click it.
But Gui doesn't have that much damage available here. And then, yes, they are able to take down Call Me after a nice hook comes through, but crucially, they don't have the sustained damage here. If you have a Feather Storm, you're in deep trouble. Jiwoo, like, great uses of the guns there as well.
Yeah, he used the last bit of ammo on his
to get
Graviton
all three of
via the Infernum Cube, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that was so sick. And then he ran out of both and had red-white. Oh my god.
Yeah, that was really well done by Jiwoo. And as a result, skirmish going over to Nongshim again. They pick up the Drake as well. Sandbox looking in shambles here. Now they have the X factor of a Blitzcrank hook, but if you have no map control, then I'm not going to be feeling too good about that one.
Yep, we've got people talking about support Bel'Veth in the chat. It's something, yeah, Chovy's been playing so many games of support Bel'Veth for some reason. I think he just must really like the idea of it. I'm not entirely sure whether it's good or what it does, but it does sound spicy.
We have W. Just counter engage.
True.
That's like the... You have damage reduction and you have a knock up, so I guess it works.
And you have Ziggs and Zags.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Is that like... That's like one of the things that play-by-plays I think really love is Ziggs and Zags.
Yeah,
we can do both.
We love zigging and zagging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
if
there's
it's
a
just
champion that
Ziggs,
has it
then,
built in.
You know,
L6 is very boring to cast.
yeah. Oh, he's got fun skill names, though.
That is true.
As Diablo, not going to be able to stand in a lane alongside Jiwoo here, as Moonlight Vigil is going to get the ult out from Diablo. And the Zaya's ult, a little bit more valuable than that of the Aphelios. So I think if you are Nongshim, you're pretty happy. As without the Aphelios, it is going to be a more difficult fight here as Plan B dives forward. Sounder going down extraordinarily low as the hook is going to miss just barely as Goody is also dead off to the side. It's a 1-for-1 for now as Mihail back underneath his turret here as Vincenzo diving forward. The hook going to connect by Double H. Plan B doesn't have any mana whatsoever. And Diok does hit a Meganar, but it's not going to be enough. And now the Grand Challenge going to heal everyone back up again. And Nongshim, I mean, this is a steamroll now, so it's very likely that Live Sandbox win this game.
And while that was happening, I'm pretty sure Diablo just died as well.
Oh, yeah. No, he did.
Yeah. If those chains hit, if HH doesn't hit that hook, they might win. If they're able to kill Sounder earlier on, they might win. If Diok can actually get Mega, but none of that is the case. Really well done by Nongshim as well, like really playing this out slowly and methodically, weaving in and out. And even with Diok hitting Mega there, the fight has already been won by his opponents. Mihal able to get a ton of damage, and yeah, this one is done.
Yeah.
This is
well, no, it's not
done.
over until it is over. If this was the LCK, 100%, it is done, but it is not.
Atlas, I'm not one to call challenger games over quickly, but it's a 4K deficit at 10 minutes. We are.
That's a hook. Onto a very fed Aftershock fresh. So they're not going to kill him. However, they're going to keep moving forward. They're going to keep trying to find some options here as Colmy is in trouble. Jiwoo's going to come over though as, yeah. I don't know why we're fighting Live Sandbox, but it's not really a great move. Colmy's going to be able to grab yet another kill, and this is an absolute landslide.
Yeah, it's done. So, Atlas.
Yeah?
9 games.
Well, no. No, this is game 5.
I know.
Yeah.
But we are going to go to 6.
Yeah.
At the very least. Well, between these two games.
I mean, we're going to 7 at the very least.
Well, yeah, because we have another series of them.
Yes.
I'm just prepping chat so that everyone in chat is ready.
I mean, I think chat will know that when the stream doesn't end, that we will have games that keep going.
We have had this already. I'm building up to it. You know, you gotta build the hype early. You gotta incentivize the people to stay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, like, I don't wanna, you know, jump the gun and promise things that we can't guarantee. As it's looking pretty comfortable guaranteeing a game 3 in this series. But DRX versus DK, you never really know how things are going to go there. Although both of them have been performing very well recently.
So if Sandbox come back in this one,
yeah,
are we making some grand statements? Maybe we involve some hair.
What? No, I'm not going to lose my hair over a challenger game.
Well, not lose, but maybe dye. Both dye our hair like a cool color.
I was going to say, I'm not going to dye either.
No, dye your hair.
Oh, okay. Well, Diablo going to blast cone his way in. It's a bouncy house for Sounder, who's going to get pulled back in. Not sure whether he was the target that they really wanted to hit, as that Moonlight Vigil does a lot of work. Colmy just walking around here. Look at this bloodbath. And Sounder, of course, survives. He's Sejuani. Why are we engaging on Sejuani?
We gotta try and kill someone.
Aftershock and Frost Armor.
Yeah, you gotta try and kill someone.
Yeah, but...
Yeah. It's free. That's no problem. It's just a Sejuani. You can kill her. It's
Frost
fine.
Armor for the first one, and then Aftershock for the second one. Oh my god, well, it's actually kind of beautiful.
Yeah, but like even if Sona dies, like it doesn't...
No, it doesn't matter at all, but the fact that he survives is kind of busto.
I'm voting HH. Are you kidding me?
Oh, 100%. Has to be.
That guy is crazy.
He's like, look at his damaged up. He's an airplane.
Wow.
Yeah. Straight up. 3-0-10. 13 out of the 14 kills. And he got first blood. I mean, this is the easiest vote ever. And that'll mean that both of the supports get POG in our first... Oh, never mind.
Let it go, Atlas.
I would. I would have let it go
only.
if the correct vote had happened. Can't let it go now. Plan B is so good.
I will skip my lectures today if it's an... Don't skip your lectures.
Skip your lectures? What?
I'm
Don't put that on us.
I'm very appreciative of the support that you want to give to challengers. And I do truly believe from the bottom of my heart that we are going to get there. We might hit
just
that 10-hour barrier again.
Leave the stream up and go to your lecture. It's fine.
You can just watch it back.
Centurion Jack's got his back. He's going to go for it. It's fine.
Now watch Elder Flip happening and Sandbox winning. There are scenarios in this conceivable universe
We could
where
have another
Sandbox
device
win
issue.
this, but this is it's an 8.5K gold lead, guys. It's not gonna happen.
Oh, look at that. Back is now stopped. Call me is maybe... Diablo is perhaps dead. Yeah, Plan B didn't want to do that. Yep. Sandbox Gaming. The original Sandbox that promoted to the LCK. Back when promotion tournament was a thing. Yep, the pink guy did indeed press Q.
Yeah, ooh, that's a good question. If Sandbox will now replaced by T1 players, would they win?
Yes.
Probably, yeah.
100%.
Yeah,
It's not even a question.
Oh,
Oh, in this game state?
Well, I'm like,
Actually,
it's really hard. Like
it's
I know
gonna
how
be-
good.
Yeah.
I know
mean,
how
it's
good
an 8K
T1 is.
gold lead at 15 minutes.
Yeah, and this is taking into account how good T1 is.
Yeah,
okay?
that's really hard for anyone to come back from.
But it starts with this.
Yeah, as Grand Challenge being issued on both sides of the rift, the hook is going to collect the Fiora, and she's dead. They traded for a turret towards that top side. It's Hextech sold today, or in this game. Today we've had a bunch of different souls. This time, Hextech. Kind of fun. Chronicle?
Nothing is happening in my... I'm just looking at Diak, like, killing a turret. I'm like, yeah, that looks nice. Okay. It's just he's killing the turret. He might get the bounty next. That'd be cool. Yeah, that'd be lovely. Maybe he gets it. Maybe he doesn't. We are not meant to know. So we're panning away to the top half of the map.
Sound are going to be starting off the Rift Herald to collect their second of the game thus far. We are currently 3 kills away from a perfect game for Nongshim.
This is one of those situations again where when you have to say we are X away from Z, then it's not happening. Wait, they know they've been spotted.
Yeah.
They really know now.
Ward goes in there.
Wait, we're still...
Is Plan B going to miss the hook? Teleports coming in from everyone. Outer turret secured, bounty secured, and Liv Sandbox melt to the hands of Jiwoo. Picks up a triple instantly. That should be the Quadra. There it is. And he says, thank you very much. 7-0-5 now for the Aphelios. I mean, this game has been over for a while, but it is even more over now.
So the one thing that I do think is, hey, sounding the horns, is that while the previous game was a 40-minute slugfest, this one will not take long.
Yeah.
As I say that,
Sounder is flashing.
oh, he's fine. He's vibing.
Aftershock and Frostheimer, I guess.
I don't know what it is, but I have a feeling Nongshim is going to win. Wow.
Whoa.
Bold.
Jinkov, that is a very bold statement. I would prefer it if you didn't make assumptions based on things that you don't know 100%, okay?
It's Hextech as well.
Because look at this. It's only an Aphelios with a 4.6k gold
It's
lead.
Hextech soul.
No, it's not. It's Soul Point.
No, it's Hextech
They haven't even got
Rift.
the soul yet. We can't make these assumptions. Yeah? Waffle Poros, what do you think? Do you think it's over?
Chat.
Putting you on the spot here.
Even with the TP cancel, it's just not enough. That's so tragic.
Pesto Mario, I agree. I think that Mihail is probably picking Fiora because she's similar in vibe to Cassandra.
It's just about the vibes, man.
Yeah, because you gotta dash around a bunch, and it's kind of like you're just permanently all out, you know. I'm
What?
kind of into it. You do, like, just because, you know, she's not a tank.
Diok, no!
Diok is going to get
turret.
realm warped on.
Diok, run away!
Sounder, does he press the ultimate? He cannot. It doesn't really matter. The hook is going to connect, and he's dead. Goodbye, Sir Nah.
Goodbye,
Yeah,
my Diok.
that was the Nah as opposed to yeah,
Goodbye,
as we
my
say in
friend.
Australia. That was the Nah part of it.
You think Diok is named after Goofy and the noise he makes?
Diok?
Yeah.
Don't know.
I mean, he's not, but... I'm making omelets. Are there eggs in them? There is no... What do you mean by that?
What? Oh, where did the eggs come from?
No, are there eggs in... No, the fridge thing is fine, but you can't make an omelet without eggs. That's not how it works.
Yeah, pretty sure key ingredient might be an egg in an omelet.
Eggless
That, I
omelets.
think, is not an outrageous statement. Saying that this game is over, that's kind of outrageous. Because it's
Is
not
it?
over yet.
Is it eggless?
I think there's still a chance for Live Sandbox to come back.
Okay, say that again, but without there being a crash or disconnect from Nongshim's side.
I think there's a chance for Live Sandbox to come back.
They're 2 inhibitors down.
Yeah,
20
no,
minutes.
but I think there's a chance. I think there's still a chance for them to come back.
They are about to get a third inhibitor.
Yeah, but there's a chance that they could come back though. Nongshim now getting to work on this last hit. They haven't taken any Nexus turrets yet, so it's definitely not over. Vincenzo's dead, so it's a good sign for Nongshim here, as that's a decent Nah from Diok. It's not over yet, but it's getting closer and closer to over. 3 members still alive, and with the fact that Live Sandbox is so far behind, these death timers are just not that high. As the Thresh is going to get taken down, this could be huge. As Jiwoo has red and white guns, that's somewhat dangerous here for Live Sandbox, but it's not over yet. Nexus turrets are dead. The Nexus
not over yet!
is still alive. It's not over yet, ladies and gentlemen, as it's an ace and the Nexus is dead. So it's closer to over now than it was before. And we are saying that Nongshim have won the game. So I think we can probably say that it's over.
That is one of the most, no, we're actually way better than you games I've ever seen.
Yeah.
This is T1. This is T1 in the LCK where they're like, oh, Nongshim, you beat us? Oh no. Anyway.
Yeah.
That's what's happening here.
Yeah, that was a giga stop.
my
That was a big amount of winning that was done by Nongshim there. 21 minutes. A shellacking, if you will. One turret was taken here. Nongshim definitely taking that last game pretty personally, I would say. I still think that if it was the victor, then it might have been a different story. But I also think that the problem happened in that 2v2 on the bottom side of the map. And Nongshim, in not true challenger fashion, snowballed from that one play expertly, gorgeously, spread the lead everywhere, like a plague on Summoner's Rift.
I think if that second play in the river would have gone their way, they might have been able to bounce back. And I think Victor maybe makes a difference there, but if you die in the 2v2, and then you die again, yeah, you don't get a lot of comeback potential. And we might have 2 games in the time it took to play the first game. If Nongshim keep this up, they will lose side selection though, so maybe Sandbox are able to secure themselves a Varus and
do you know what they
find
forgot
their
to
way
do?
back in.
They forgot to lift off their Nexus. Because there was
install.
no anti-air.
Yeah, hide it in the corner. Oh, of course. And they didn't. They already lost their base,
Because
so
they
they
had
couldn't.
SCVs in the top alcove.
They couldn't make Vikings anymore because they ran out of minerals and gas.
Oh man, why didn't they do that? You
What
just lift off your Nexus.
Loss.
And you might say that, you know, they're Protoss, that it's a Nexus, right? And so they're obviously Protoss, but it's not true. They chose Terran, it was hiding. It was hiding as a Nexus. It was definitely a control center. Oh well, sometimes you just forget to lift off. So Nongshim gonna walk away with it.
Yay!
Double H collects it here. Him and Plan B, MVPs of both of these games.
You know why the CC score is so low? Because everyone was just dead.
It's a command center score.
Well, how does that make sense?
That's because it's so low because they didn't use their command center very well.
No, but it's HH.
Why is the CC score so low?
Because I'm not kidding. Because everyone you hooked died immediately.
Ah, so we didn't CC them very much?
No, because he hooks them and they die. So you get very little seconds on your CC score. I'm not even memeing.
This is absurdly low, though. It really feels like it should.
No,
be
because
that low.
like he got very little value because I assume the glacial
Yeah.
slow also counts. And then after that, every single time that they hit anyone, they died.
Yeah. In fact, I think the biggest amount of CC score came from Jiwoo, just killing people, because you get a lot of CC putting him in the death chamber. Yeah, death is indeed the best form of CC, but that was Jiwoo dealing that one out. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a short break. When we get back, game number 2. We'll see whether Live Sandbox can come back after that whopping defeat. Welcome back, everyone, to LCK Challenge 2023 Spring.
Hello, hello. I am Chronicler here with Atlas.
That's me.
That's him.
Haha. We're still here. We have another game. It's Nongshim taking on Live Sandbox here. Things tied up 1-1. Could not be closer. Although Live Sandbox have not necessarily looked like the best team on the Rift today. Nongshim have certainly been very dominant in their second game and also finding some windows in game number 1 as well. So I would say that judging purely by the caliber of the teams in our first 2 games, that Nongshim should be favored here moving towards game 3. However,
agree, but
side selection may play a part here.
Side selection.
Whispering.
The whispers of the side. No, side selection is actually really important because you get all the good champions. You get Varus or
Well, you get
or
one
Annie.
of the champions.
Yeah, but it generally also means that then your opponent, you know, is kind of going to be trying locked into counter picks, and then counter picks right now don't really hold that much value outside of very specific examples. So red side doesn't get nearly as much, and you also kind of want to, you know, you're a little bit more limited in what you pick up. So it's tough.
Donut
Right.
Pause hopes every game would be an Elder Flip. Do you share this sentiment?
No, I think it takes away from the special nature of Elder Flip. It is a challenger staples, and you do need it every now and then. Like we had one earlier today. I think we can go for one more, but I would rather see it in the next series between our number 1 and our number 3 team.
Yeah.
DRX haven't lost a series yet. in round 2. D Plus currently on track for that first place for the round 2 of playoffs.
Whoa!
You look like a YouTuber, Atlas. Calm down. But it will be a really good matchup, and that's ideally where I'd like to see the quality Elder Flip Challenger gameplay come through.
Same. I'm really excited about it. I look like an elven god with pointy... Why is it the pointy ears thing? I think it's... Is it the angle of my head? Because if I tilt my head down like this, they get even more pointy.
It's a combination of things. They look a lot pointier because of just, in general, they look like... Compare them to mine, right? Mine are a bit more round.
Yeah,
but I think it's because of the... It's because of the definitely not green screen behind us. Like, it actually sharpens them a little bit. It makes them look a little bit more linky. I think it's also the... It's like, you know what the... What is it? The anti-aliasing? Like taking away...
Anti-aliasing?
Yeah, there you go. Aliasing. I think that's not really happening. So as a result, they just look like you're Link in Ocarina of Time.
Sounds good. I do have a pet fairy.
Bro's Bedchest IRL.
Chronicle looks like a gnome. I look like Elrond? I'm like...
That's a compliment.
Hugo Weaving? Sounds amazing. I can't do a Hugo Weaving voice very well, though, which is a bit sad. Kind of wish that I could, though.
He has a very imposing voice.
He's one of my favorite Australian actors. And actually an Australian actor, you know? Not like fake Australian actors.
Like you,
that come from New Zealand.
Oh.
That we often claim as Australians.
Because
wolf is a warg. Yeah, I mean, you are a wolf, so it does make sense. That one, you can get away with.
Feldas is Gandalf.
Is he?
Oh, he's a wizard.
He is often a wizard, that is true. Somewhat of a magician. As the Veigar, the Zeri, and the Gragas have been taken away. Varus, Sejuani, Annie off the table here is Diok. Going to take the Wukong.
So Ashe was nerfed. I don't know if that's enough. Oh, that's a good point.
He does often talk about second breakfast.
He does. I don't know if Ashe is like truly not a thing anymore, but we haven't really seen people.
Ooh, top Yorick, definitely a thing. Freshly nerfed on this patch.
Yeah.
And wasn't being seen at all.
So we at least, so what, do we at least Renekton? At least Jace? At least Cassante? Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
That works. That's Nongshim, so it tracks.
Do we lock in bottom lane for Live Sandbox, or do you take like Renekton?
No, I think you Xayah Rakan here because for Nongshim, I know the Xayah was kind of a disaster last game, but I think Xayah Rakan here is hard to punish because Nongshim is incentivized to lock in a solo laner. This is also a good. I think you always lock bot. You can kind of decide upon what you want to lock in. Because Nongshim want to lock Renekton, right? Like, that's kind of the direction that you're going for. You have Renekton, Cassante.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's why I was like, Live Sandbox should probably try and take that one away. But it is Cassante, so he's not really a flex pick on Nongshim, right?
We don't know that yet.
No, we do, because Mihail says, give me my champion.
Lock Renekton if you call me.
Oh, true. Or Neela, the Jiwoo.
That is the Jiwoo answer. He is our resident Neela player, and you might be wondering, why would you go Neela? Just wait. Just wait and see.
You go Neela because Jiwoo.
Because Jiwoo. And because Nongshim bot lane is actually really good at utilizing the extra experience that you get and the amount of CC that's available between the Cassante and the Neela already is going to be a pretty big problem for the Live Sandbox bot lane. Because we've seen Jiwoo decimate on this pick.
I had to double check the Neela abilities. Just because we just don't get the opportunity to cast very much Neela.
No, she doesn't exist in our main league at all. She's non-existent.
She does have one of the coolest ability names, which is Apotheosis, though.
Yes.
It is super dope as far as the name is concerned.
Immense fan.
A big fun factor for that one. Ooh, Elise support. Neela Elise, is that the Wombo? I don't know what does Sounder do, which is like the ace in the hole. Is it Rel jungle?
No. What?
That's that. Well, someone's like Reggae-san has like said that it's Elise support.
No,
so is it
it's
still?
Rel.
Is it still Elise support?
No,
now that Rel's been
Rel.
locked in.
It's also not Lahens. Or Hidon, which are like the 2 players I know that play Elite support. Those are the only ones.
R5 Aurelion Soul? That's kind of fun.
Into Talia? I wouldn't hate it. I think Talia, if they lock in like Silas again, I will or Rise.
Yeah, Riot, big time. Well, maybe it is just.
It might be Rise.
Yeah, he might just Rise again.
But like you'd love for your. I think it's just really nice.
Garen!
Well, Garen actually I think is a viable champion in League of Legends, but I don't think it's what we're going to see here. Yeah, Victor it gets it done. I don't think it's. Yeah, I'm kind of whatever with it. I think it's not nearly as good, and if you pick this, you know, maybe it teaches a lesson to Guti.
Or where we on? Or where we on Soul?
Or where we need Soul.
Or where we on Soul?
No Dragon.
Oh, no, where we on Soul? I do like that. So Call Me is on the Victor, and Goody's Talia is on the Rift. Talia has been very, very strong. So that's an exciting side of the Live Sandbox draft here. And honestly, I feel like we may not have as much of a thrashing as we had in game number 2.
I don't know about that. It's Jiwoo on Neela, and there is an Elise in the game. So we will know very quickly which team is going to win.
True.
Very swiftly.
Yeah, because you kind of, if you're going even in lane as Neela, you're not really winning, are you? So you kind of have to go for the big plays. Is that sort of the vibe?
It's more so the Elise. I do think Neela's skills in the hands of players that play her well, because obviously she can run into some damage issues, but Rel Neela is like, you can win a team fight at any point in the game, particularly with Victor. But it's more so that the Elise is such a binary champion, particularly after the nerf that she saw. So Sounda is either going to snowball the map, and they're going to stomp Sandbox, or they're not. And then I think in the mid game you might actually run into some issues with team fighting where Call Me and Jiwoo haven't really hit critical mass yet, and you have like all the damage that you need. Mahel though is kind of an X factor in this, who definitely has really good team fighting on the K'Sante for obvious reasons. So probably like the Nongshim comp, but Sandbox have a lot of power here. If they can execute it well, they can definitely win.
We'll see whether they can do that execution in that good way that you have requested, Chronicler. What I'm excited about is do's followed by more do's in a row. Let's hit him up now.
Perfect.
Hell yeah. Jinkov, so early. Loved it. Oh, Wolf doing it in Korean? Oh, perfect. Baby. Maybe Yundo can change his name in honor of Challenger to Yundu.
Yundu-do-do.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yundu-do-do-do.
He should. That's amazing.
That would be pretty dope.
He shouldn't, but...
All right. Okay. So, Live Sandbox on the back foot, and he's flashing.
Yep.
Plan A was walk to lane. Plan B is flashing.
You guys are so much better than 5 to 6 weeks ago. What the doo-doo-doos? I feel like they've always been the same.
Yeah, you and I have been pretty
We've
coordinated
been
on the doo-doos. The name's Moosh. It's a cool name.
Early invade. I love it. We'll have the Wukong starting on the opposite side, and pretty decent vision available here. And Sounda does have the opportunity, as I don't know if you win the level 1 Diablo. Well, Crashdown is available as, HH just doesn't...
HH is just gonna walk.
He just walks it off.
He's trotting, man. We trotting here, okay? That's what we're doing. Vincenzo seen on a Vord. I don't know why I had to do that in an accent, but I did.
I don't even know what the accent was.
Vord?
Yeah, it actually sounds weirdly Dutch.
We'll see on the Vord. As Diablo is going to get crashed down upon, as HH maybe didn't want to do the crashing down at that point in time. Bit of extender range after the Q there from Jiwoo, but yeah, not winning out on that trade right there. Not a lot of summoner spells that will be able to help you in this situation either.
So we're vertical jungling, which is favorable to Nongshim. provided that Michal doesn't die here. For obvious reasons, which is if you can play towards a lane, you'd rather play towards bot lane, which is what is currently happening. I do think Diablo and Plan B, yeah, will be able to hit level 2 and to be very respectful here. Sounda is in the area.
Yeah, volatile spiderling.
Yeah, you can still
down.
dive. There's no flash on Plan B.
All right.
So this should be a toughie here.
Yeah, they're going to try and hold the wave where they can. There's the flash in, as that is an extraordinarily dead Rel. Jiwoo might die as well, but oh, there he goes. Double kill for Diablo. Cons column is where I'm placing this if you're a Nongshim fan, but for Live Sandbox, I'm feeling fantastic.
So you botched the level 1, which that in of itself is okay, but Jiwoo should never have aggro. Never. Miscommunication there as yeah, H8 starting this up, as mentioned, kind of goes without saying. CC chain is clean here, but I don't know if Sounda doesn't have his W, but he needs to have aggro.
Yeah.
Like they need to coordinate that better. Either Jiwoo waits a second or Sounda opens up, but I think he used his W initially, so maybe it was still on cooldown. Because if it's not Elise tanking aggro, then this happens. Yeah, like the irony is if it's Sounda, then he takes one turret shot, he goes up, and then they can probably dive Diablo. Like they might be able to get him as well.
Yeah.
But now you have a Lucian that got 2 free kills in lane, and that is as big of a disaster as you can generally imagine.
He has picked an axe, and
But it's
call me, wandering over some rocks as Goody is having a bit of trouble in this lane right now. Jiwoo will get the pushback of this wave. And Double H now actually has some health for the first time in this lane, which
Round
is kind
2.
of cool.
Very respectful here, like it. Oh no, don't walk up. Sounda has flash, so he could flash and stun on Plan B. Not going to be the case here.
Yep, a lot of AoE used on this wave, so going to be pushing back as Double H Hex flashing. Having a good time.
Wave state is really good here for Jiwoo and HH, so they should not, I repeat, should not be baited in to try and go for an extended trade when we're all in here into Diablo and Plan B.
Okay.
Just taking it easy.
Wave is going to crash as once again the spider slinks down.
Round 2, Vincenzo's here for the counter gang.
All right, let's see
They're
what
baiting
Jiwoo
him
can do.
in.
Dashing on forward. There's the crash down. Everyone's here. Everyone's involved. No one's dead just yet as Plan B. The first one to fall. Jiwoo gonna have to try and vacate the area here as Vincenzo is running after him. Diablo in trouble. As Sounda gonna have to play some alcove gaming. Goody gets the first roam over though.
Jiwoo's still alive!
Yeah, Jiwoo is still alive, walking towards the alcove himself. As Vincenzo needs to be a little bit careful as, oh, the threaded volley. And that is a very, very dead Neela. But Sounda goes up towards the sky. Call Me is maybe going to pick up a double, and he does. It wasn't even a maybe, it was a definitely.
And with that, impeccable skirmish. Nongshim actually get out ahead by an insane extent. And I really want to highlight again, look at the amount of healing that comes through for Jiwoo. Is able to get away like you're seeing. Yeah,
goodness.
no, it's crazy. Like the way that he's able to dodge damage here, combined with the fact that Wukong, barring his initial burst, really doesn't offer that much as Elise does this early on in the game. And the fact that this is even remotely close is mainly due to the fact that Goody is here early, as you pointed out. Not able to find the ultimate, not sure why. He did have it available, and that might have been the difference maker because now Jiwoo stays alive for so much longer. Sounda is able to dodge the W with the E and still get the kill, and then this is adding insult to injury. Call Me with the extra damage. Yeah, he has to use his flash, but now your Victor's accelerated. Neela is back in the game, and Jiwoo looking to go for that BT first build. And somehow, despite the disaster on bot side, Nongshim are looking to take control of bot lane again, and they might even get the first dragon here.
Yeah, that BF sword that Jiwoo is able to afford is actually just massive. Yep, first rate going to be Chemtech, not exactly the most valuable of all of the dragons. And yeah, Jiwoo does have a 300, 400 gold advantage over his opposite number, of course. First item still going to be dangerous coming out of Diablo, but
how do they
nowhere
keep
near
winning when they keep losing trades?
Yeah. How does one... okay, that is a great warrior trickster.
Ooh, okay.
Nicely done there from Vincenzo,
Yes.
but he'll still lose his red buff.
Yeah, this was a little telegraphed because G1 and HH were moving over. Do note though, like even with what happened, HH and G1 are level 6 both.
Oh, yeah.
That's the Nila power right there. Vincenzo, yeah, very well done on not dying to release, but still doesn't really solve the core issue.
All right. So as we take stock once again, Nongshim in the driver's seat.
Yeah,
I don't know
1K
how
gold
you
up.
flub a dive as badly as they did at the beginning of this game and still find yourself control, but there it is.
The more I see of it, the more I'm like, I think Chiwu is just one that you just have to ban, as weird as it sounds.
Teams do it.
Well, they do very often, and it's not because I think the Nila is like that strong a pick, but everyone on Nongshim is clearly so comfortable as well playing around it that when they're like, oh yeah, we're gonna free you free here.
Yeah.
And they fully commit.
Yeah, it was. I also kind of love the idea of Mihail getting a Jubilant Veil after an all-out. That seems kind of broken.
Yeah.
Haven't really thought about the Neela-Kazante interaction because I just haven't seen them played together until this moment. As Vincenzo is not allowed to take this crop.
Oh, you are taking... Yeah, I was about to say, you're taking the Herald. You can just be fine. Give the Gromp. That was a big risk. If Sandbox have a better read, I think HH and G might be in trouble. Not going to be the case here. And as mentioned, once Jiwoo finishes BT, the healing that already is kind of crazy is going to get even more insane.
I'm thinking about we've seen Zeri's with Shield Bow and BT, and I feel like it would be even more ridiculous.
Is he going to go for ranging Virtue again as well? I hope not. I hope not in this game, because in this game you're the sole AD source, right? So I think actually building for full damage is a lot better. So I wouldn't mind as we see BT now finished, huge spike, BT into quick plates. Actually think it's kind of dope. Wouldn't be very sad sources, rush on Victor. Am I missing something? No.
Just you want to not get shoved.
Yeah, I think a lot of our challenger players also are much more known to build very aggressive on the snowballing. And Call Me got double, right? So I think trying to leverage is... Oh my god.
We've got catches happening everywhere as they're swapping positions. Mihail going to be able to make it out, but man, that was almost really bad for Nongshim, but they salvaged it. And the Rift Scuttler goes to Nongshim.
No, Derek, don't.
Don't. Oh, he does get the ward. That's a sneaky one. I liked it.
Yeah, well, they can still just push gold into Mihail here, because if you throw down the Herald here, which I'm not sure if they're going to, doesn't look like it. I think it's kind of a waste of resources, so I'm fairly happy, because Mihail is fine in this matchup. Like, it's not going to change anything if he gets some extra gold. Call Me and Jiwoo are the obvious recipients. Call Me probably my favorite, although you might also argue that Sandbox is also already really heavily incentivized to go full Merc threats. As we can see, Guti already picked him up. You're playing into a Fed Victor and a Fed Elise, so it's kind of a no-brainer to try and itemize. As Jiwoo doesn't, he just shrugs
Jubilant Veil is such a broken ability, man. It's actually kind of crazy.
Kind of crazy.
It's kind of crazy, the amount of damage you avoid.
What did that?
I don't know. I feel like that was you enabled me. I've been enabled.
Oh, you're blaming me?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, are you surprised?
No, it's very much part of the course of what we've been through over the last 2.5 years. And charge. Call Me got some money. So thank you very much. That is nice.
Should be 3 plates actually, given the fact that.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
They have a sneaking suspicion.
Indeed. Ward is still there. Plan B knows that one's going to take him. Is Vincenzo going to win this smite fight?
Guild Force is done for Diablo. That's nice. Plan B though still pretty far behind. Experience, like, level leads are deceptively strong. Jiwoo is currently at level 9.
Yeah.
Like, that is nuts, right? Diablo, even with the Guild Force finished, is so far behind in terms of actual champion power here.
Yeah, Double H as well, level ahead. So, yeah, and I think for supports also, like, I know they don't get very many levels, but if they do, you can see it so much more because they have less items.
Yeah.
Feels really powerful. Anyway, Nongshim in a great position 2,000 gold is the lead. Vincenzo going to make his way over. That's a good flash out of Call Me before the Cyclone even gets a knock-up.
Not taking the risk. Vincenzo, that is big investment. Like, yeah, you trade flash for flash, but looks like 2 Drakes are going to be taken by Nongshim. And need to remind you, these are not good Drakes. Oh, there is a lot on the line here, as Call Me is not scared.
Not at all. Just chaos.
A W was used, so level 1, the cooldown is still quite high, and Gucci doesn't have that much ability haste yet, so you Call Me feeling very, very brave.
Yeah, Double H, yeah, gonna take a full culling and be kind of okay, but not exactly most okay. Another plate goes to Jiwoo. Just, you know, sometimes you press W and things are fine, and he does that.
And things are fine.
Yeah. As it turns out, that's just how it goes. This Drake gonna be taken, and let's see what the soul is going to be. What do you reckon it is? I'm thinking Inferno. I'm thinking Inferno.
Hextech.
Hextech? Oh, it's a fun rip. And it's going to be Mountain, as we're both wrong.
Both wrong. That's the best place to be.
It is.
Neither of us can gloat.
We should always both be wrong.
Well, we often are.
Yeah.
So
come on, Atlas. Don't bully the emo kid.
We're ahead of the curve, Atlas. Then bully the emo kid. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. This is all like that.
The Kips. What is Scrabble and Bull? It's like a. Is that a scramble reference?
Yeah, no,
crab
it's crab.
Scramble?
It's crab, yeah. Scrab ramble. Scramble. But it doesn't really work.
No. I'd like a Scrabble reference, though. I like Scrabble a lot.
I'm neutral towards Scrabble. I appreciate the game for what it is, but it's not for me.
What about Upwards? Did you play Upwards?
Am I walking into a what's up joke?
No.
It's an actual game?
It's an actual game.
I have not played.
Upwards is Scrabble, but you can put Scrabble pieces on top of the existing Scrabble pieces to make new words.
Is this an actual game or just house rules for Scrabble?
No, it's an actual game.
Cool. That sounds dope.
As Diablo, not allowed to go back. Jiwoo has stated. Upwards is based. Yep.
It's real. No, okay. That's good. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying.
Talia should get buffs from Mountain Rifts because of all the extra rocks. She kind of does because she gets to move fast because there's more terrain.
Also, Talia loves choke points, so she actually, thematically, it works. Yeah, she's a big fan.
There we go.
Zone control champions love it when there is less space to move on the map.
Thoughts on Boggle versus Scrabble? I'm a Scrabble guy. Boggle's a bit basic for me.
I'm kind of whatever on both.
Vincenzo going to go in. Does get snared up just a little bit as Double H takes a lot of killing, gets a huge shield and flashes away. Oh my god, he survives.
There's no Neela.
That is insane. Yeah, they don't have her just yet as Mihail is popping off, diving on forward. He's going to die, but he does some fun stuff beforehand. Death Ray not going to be able to take down Goody, but sometimes you just press Q and everything is fine. Diablo dashing forward is now Jiwoo just dives on in. Apotheosis is indeed the answer to this one. And that is a whole bunch of kills. Nongshim, they're not taking prisoners today.
Doesn't even a quick blades done as the heavy lifting was done by Call Me and the knock him down coming from Jiwoo there. Neela, Demon of Joy, always happy to go in. Wasn't invited to this fight as H8 stays alive with just the slightest bit of health. With a great parry, Mihail actually doesn't get the kill on Dayak, but only for a second. And then when Diablo arrives, things look a little dicey, but because the health bars are already so low, Calmy is able to get the kill. And then that dash forward by Diablo, that's the one that gets you. As, Jiwoo comes from out of nowhere, double dash forward. Insanely tanky here still because of the BT. And that is now quick blitz done. Oh my god, that is not, oh no. Oh, it's a bad time.
Oh god, he's got quick blades.
Yeah, well, that.
But he just built them.
Yeah, I said quick blades. Well, he had, when he came into that fight, he had a pickaxe and a...
Oh, he did,
Pole
okay.
fields. Yeah,
I thought he just built it outright, I'm sorry.
No. Jiwoo, summon in the main roster. I guarantee
Legendary
you...
Poe, I'm actually like... I know, Vital has actually been one of the best parts of Nongshim in the LCK.
The AD is not the problem with that team. It's not about replacing the AD carry.
No, but it's kind of sad that that's true, because Jiwoo is so good. Maybe Jiwoo just plays mid.
Why quick blades on Neela? No, you just want to spam Qs with Neela and like the ability haste reduction.
Well, Dayak is going to land the riposte.
Nice
and
Magnet
then
Storm.
dash away. All right, that Magnet Storm did well, it existed.
Oh, Edifo, you're gonna get timed out. We're not calling people clowns here. Get out of here. Boop.
Yep. Get wrecked. Is that a day?
No, that's 10 minutes.
Oh, Chronicler.
You know
we
me,
went
okay?
Over this.
I can't bop people too hard on the first try.
Yes, you can.
They need to have a moment for redemption, and then
All
when
you
they
have
are
to
beyond,
do-
when they are beyond redeeming, I will time them out for longer.
If they're capable of saying mean things like that.
You get 3 chances. I like clowns. Well, if you like clowns, then it's fine, Chad. then it's okay.
Can you get Pandemonium?
Why
Give him the
that
old
guy get only
600?
10 minutes? I got an hour and a half. I don't know. It wasn't me.
Was it me?
It was definitely Atlas then.
Keltai? You got an hour and a half? No, I would have given you a day.
Yeah, you are. Maybe
I'm
it
a
was
day or
maybe
not.
it's-
I'm
no,
a
actually,
day or perma.
So I'm 10 minutes, and then afterwards it'll be 24.
My lenient
You-
is 24 or permanent.
Yeah, and Veldis has no. Veldis just bans.
Yeah.
Veldis is actually the scariest out of all
Oh,
of
yeah.
us.
Valdez has absolutely
does
no
not
chill
care.
when it comes to just bopping chatters.
Oh, guys, I love the casters here. No. That's you can flame. You can criticize us,
Oh,
not
yeah.
the players.
Yeah, we don't.
If you
we don't
clown
care.
on the players, you will get banned immediately.
Yeah.
We don't accept that. Us, if you don't like us, who cares?
Yeah.
We'll make fun of you though.
got
That's
me
our
fish.
good right.
Yeah, you'd never say anything ban-worthy, I'm sure. Comet Atlas? Oh my god. I do have a boat.
Put ban duration up to chat vote. Tribunal of the
Oh my
finest
God,
minds. No, not doing
It's
that.
a tribunal. We'll have the chat tribunal. You guys can all just vote on how long
Man, these
each of you
casters are
gets banned.
so boring. That's fine. Yeah, I don't care about that.
Hey, there we go.
If you flame
Aizen,
the casters,
nicely
you get made fun of. That's
Yeah.
all. Or you get shouted if it's a funny comp. We've had some
Yeah,
funny.
or I
we've
ban
had
you
some
for the
fun-
rest of your life.
Well, also yes, but that's
that might happen.
Not
It just,
me.
it's based kind of on how I'm feeling on the day.
It really does. And if it's fun, like as some of the flame is really funny, and then you're generally fine.
Yeah.
If it's just like, oh, these casters and then a slurry, like you're getting that.
Yeah.
That's pretty straightforward.
Salem Witch Trials easy. Oh my god. As long as both casters know what Rosemary is, we're all okay.
Did you catch that?
What? Who didn't know what
Valdez
Rosemary
didn't know
was?
what rosemary was, and then he started to turn chat into bullying me for eating some rosemary, just like as such.
What?
Yeah, this happened.
That's super weird. Rosemary's like my favorite herb.
Yeah, I knew if you would have been there, it would have been fine.
Yeah. Do you eat grass
Well,
on
that's
your bread?
so everyone started calling me Grass Boy.
Rosemary's not grass.
No, I know.
Come
Don't try to tell this to Twitch chat. They are not as culinary inclined as.
Do you know what makes me sad?
might
I
hope.
can't grow rosemary here in Korea. It always dies really
It's
quickly.
really hard, yeah.
In Australia, rosemary is like a weed. If you have the hint of rosemary in your house, it stays alive for 600 years. But
Yeah, it's the same with basil in the Netherlands.
yeah.
Should be Poffertjes.
What's basil?
Poffertjes are amazing. I'm not going to fault that one.
I don't know what basil is. I know what basil is. I just don't know what basil is. Basil faulty is yours. Okay, never mind. We are going to see Double H going down extraordinarily low once again.
Baron!
There's a Baron in there. Be careful. Diablo, he's going to get over the wall. Does manage to take down the Rel. And Mahal is just bopping people in the backline. But Diablo's doing the same thing. Dihawk going to have to get out of here as Call Me flashing on top of Goody. And there is a range issue here. As
Ooh,
Ju is
Goody's
trying to
fast.
chase him down. He is indeed. He's got that
Does he
mountain
have- I
riff. He
think he
can
might have-
surf.
Ghost.
As, yep.
Oh.
Swip.
Still nice.
Swip. Boop, boop. Swip. Bye-bye. Skip. Yep. That was some Neela. Some Neela happening there. As it was kind of nicely split here for Live Sandbox. They do a little bit better than that in the next fight. Could actually be a win for them. But Nongshim are very far ahead. It is to the tune of about 7,000 gold.
Ooh, that Terrible Gamer is actually a friend of Elvis that I know as well. Apparently he has a great hydroponic swing, so he can grow herbs.
Oh,
he can
really?
actually grow rosemary. Yeah, he told you to message Elvis as the problem here for Sandbox is that you need a really good fight angle if you want to win the fight from this point with how far behind you already are. And their setup is pretty lackluster. Fiora doesn't really find her way into the back line. And Jiwoo and Callme, who are the actual targets, go completely unmatched here. As yeah, with the dash, Jiwoo is able to get the kill. And right now,
I was looking for the
things are looking tough.
the Neela Q name. It's called Formless Blade. It's not a very fun one to say.
No, that's not great.
I like a whippy. Whippy whip 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 whip. Whip. I feel like whip is way better than Formless Blade. Like, think about it. You could be called, yeah, Slipstream is great. Apotheosis, amazing.
Amazing name.
Jubilant Veil, also very good. And then you've got Formless Blade. It's like formless name of an ability. As Vincenzo going to put out the decoy, but he is getting taken down very low. Does have decent healing. And is going to come back up to not dead, but the Baron, not so lucky. Weaver's Wall comes in, splitting the fight, or at least attempting to, as Double H off to the side. Oh, Diablo taking matters into his own hands. The bubble doesn't land though, and they dive on top of him. He's abducted, and the all-out's gonna come through. Oh God, Jiwoo, okay, there we go. Goody trying to keep them at arm's length, and Talia can do that. Mihail is dashing.
Just let her go.
Yeah, you don't need to
Just
chase
push.
this, I don't think.
Let's get Soul.
Yeah.
Let her go.
Jiwoo did get the memo, as, oh, Mihail, it didn't feel good, did it?
Why are we doing this again?
Well, Goody can only go back so far.
We saw what happened with Quid.
He can only go back so far, Chronicler, as Jiwoo is going to be able to take an inhibitor turret.
Dude, Jiwoo, he didn't even have flash.
Yeah.
How do you find that angle?
Man's a god. Wait until he finishes his Gale Force, man. Oh, dear. Goody, after all that, you're still gonna die! Oh, thumbs up comes in from Double H. I think that's a bit of manners right there. I like it.
Oh, it's like it's a Bruce Lee reference.
What?
Apparently.
The Formless Blade?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
like
I know,
water,
but
formless. Ah, okay. That's you're still like. It is for a color caster. I get it. It's or for a play-by-play. I get it. It's not fun to say.
Yeah, it's just not.
It's not an epic name.
Yeah, it's not Apotheosis. Like if Neela's ability names were like less awesome in general,
It would be fine.
It would be fine.
No, I get it. Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Jiwoo, man. Oh my God, he's just gonna build Radiant Virtue after all.
That's my boy. Does have
Maybe
his
maybe it's Jack Show actually. I'm not
actually
kidding.
kind of seems dope as well.
Yeah.
I feel like Jiwoo is the kind of guy that can just cook when it comes to Neela Mythics.
Well, yeah, we let him. Like this is I think by a pretty large margin the best Neela player that we've seen in Korean competitive play.
Yep.
Like he's
Outside of
actually. Well, I don't.
Death's 100% win rate.
Well, yeah, that's true, and that's in the LCK.
Yeah.
But I feel like Deft also wasn't necessarily the biggest part of why he did. If that makes sense.
I think that's weird.
Doesn't matter.
I don't think you're allowed to say that. That's fine. Don't say that to my favorite player in the world. Okay.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Didn't know you were. Didn't
Not
know you
allowed.
were mad.
But no, I think you might be right. Jiwoo is just amazing. Oh my God! Also, Callme doing massive damage here as well. Jiwoo going to get knocked forward. Sounder is very, very low. Jubilant Veil. Is it available? It is not, but he does have a Apotheosis, and that is going to be massive damage. Dashing around, Diehawk is going to throw them into the Nexus, or at least attempt to. He wishes he could. As Goody, is he going to survive? The Wrath of the Neela is the answer, is the question. Sorry, the answer is no, I believe. As Jiwoo grabs yet another one. Not entirely sure. Yeah, it's a bit crazy. Double H also still getting involved, which is kind of cute.
Champion?
It's a double kill after a triple kill. Is it an unofficial penta? I'm not entirely sure.
I'll take it.
All right. Let's give Jiwoo his POG.
Yep. Oh my God.
My brain kind of melted in that team fight. I'm not gonna lie.
I think it was Jiwoo. It's the Demon of Joy. Oh. That's not right.
It was the Formless Blade.
Sandbox did not win. Come on, LCD screen, get it together.
Yeah, it was this team that did the winning. Unless we had the wrong nameplates the whole time.
There is absolutely no way that was not Jiwoo piloting.
Jiwoo was in the middle of 3 people for like 2 minutes and didn't take any damage whatsoever. Yeah, that seems like him. That was just completely nutty. Did a whole heck of damage as well.
I really wanted to vote for Callme because I actually think that both his Victor Roam and like how he played with his lead was really impressive.
Yeah.
But you couldn't.
No,
you could only vote for one person in this game.
Yeah. Yep. It was it was just too good. His Neela is just amazing to watch. Really good stuff. So, Nongshim able to get the reverse sweep here against Live Sandbox. We kind of had a feeling, but I didn't think it was going to be this much of a clapping.
After game one? No.
Yeah,
No,
21 minutes and 26 minutes after like that 45-minute.
Jiwoo or Rahel, who's the best CL ADC? Neither of them? It's probably Lure. Lure or Hype.
Yeah, I think it's
take
Hype,
both over
Hype,
them.
Lure, and
But
then...
I think Jiwoo might be third.
Yeah, I think so too.
Rahel isn't really the point of that. It's like Ghost, right? Like, I think Rahel is great for what he does.
Yeah.
But I don't think that you put Rahel as like the most promising. I put Smash over Rahel. Because like the moments that Smash has looked good,
I think Smash
crazy.
is kind of one of my biggest disappointments of this season.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he's been up to what the expectation was.
We've also like that's actually we cast a lot of games together. I'm like, have we casted different games? I thought Smash was fine, but I definitely would put Rahel over Smash still, giving it some thought.
Where do you put Diablo?
In my heart, but not that high up the list.
But not on the tier list.
Ask me in summer. I'm
Okay.
pretty sure he'll be high up there.
I think maybe he'll be up there in the next few years, but I don't. He does have the hands. He's got the hands, but they're not.
The fact that he's still 2 years younger than Pace is just mind-boggling to me.
That's crazy. There are definitely some.
My God, if he just plays in challenges for like
some youngins
for 2 more years, man,
yeah,
could be crazy. Could be crazy.
Who's the most fun CL player to watch? I actually think for me it's Jiwoo.
It might be. Jiwoo is definitely high up there. Jiwoo is a mad genius.
He plays the Neela. He's played 17 or something unique champions this season, and they're everything, right? Like he played Cho'Gath and the Viger last week, as well as his Zeri that he's very, very good at, and he's played the majority of his games on. But then he has his Neela pocket picks. His Aphelios was amazing, and he obviously picks up POG here. 30% of the team's damage as a melee bot laner.
Reduced damage. I assume that's his W.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Wow, he reduced more damage than he did. So if that reduced damage number was on the screen next to the damage done, I believe...
Wait, is that just W?
Yeah.
Yeah, W and healing too. Yeah, okay.
Oh my God. That is just absurd.
Damage mitigated. Yeah, that makes sense.
Oh, damage mitigate. Ah, okay. W and healing, okay.
But yeah, Jiwoo is the craziest player I think in Challengers. That's like whenever something new comes out, you can like, oh, Jiwoo will give it a game or two.
Yeah. And the 27k isn't as because that's out of combat as well. Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Is really dope. I
Clearly,
really like
Neela going to LCK next week. I mean, we do have a few players that want to play it, I think, but I just don't. I think that it is a dangerous pick in LCK.
I think
range is so valuable.
I'm pretty sure we're going to see it in playoffs. I think it's like one of those picks that like Deep Plus, for example, is going to pull out in like the third game in a best of 5. I think we'll see it.
I feel like it's aiming that's going to debut.
Also fine.
Because he debuted it the first time, didn't he?
I'm certain we'll see some of it, but I also don't think it'll ever be a mainstay because it is something that you can play around. And now it's time for the Chat
C4
and Casters Community Corner with Chronicler and Atlas.
Kratless. That's not how we want to put our name together. That sounds a bit bad.
That's literally the worst way.
Yeah.
Chroniclus is fine.
Atlikla? Atlikla? It just sounds like it. The word didn't have bits in the middle, didn't it?
Don't love that.
Yeah, not
Is
great.
Shock's still a cast? Well, she never was, but she is still a host and an interviewer. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's doing the LEC. Doing a great job.
How do you feel about being part of a 9-game day? Well, I wouldn't know yet. You'll have to ask me after there have been 9 games.
Can we talk
Currently, 6 games I can talk about.
about Wolf double? Yeah, well, that was great. The double denim. It's
Double
nice.
yeah. The
double deniming it up.
what is it? The guy in chat called it the Canadian tuxedo.
Is that what it's called?
I don't think so,
Huh.
but that's what they call it in
Casters,
the
did
chat.
you know that Aphelios is... Oh, that makes sense.
Sister is friends with Yumi and the book in the spirit realm.
BT blocked 6k with shields.
Kinda cool.
Oh, we forgot about BT.
Yeah, that would have been another thing. 6K.
Do you all
with the
ever get
BT
days off?
shield.
No, not particularly.
Nope.
Is it tiring to... Holding the mic is much less tiring than I thought it was going to be because we are resting.
Yeah,
Well,
no,
I'm an
it's
AI.
just The elbow goes onto the chair.
I'm an AI. I'm not real. So I
kind of
don't
like it.
feel
Actually, I
fatigue.
spend most of the game doing this, and it
It's
makes me
very-
feel more gangster
Very aggressive.
when I'm doing a team fight. So if you're casting a team fight like this,
Or it's
way
like
more cool.
old-timey, like boxing when they have the hanging mics as well.
No, but then the directionalness of the microphone would
Yeah,
be
I
on the
guess.
side.
I mean, I guess.
And
yeah.
you'd hold it like this.
He said
yeah,
on Cacao. Oh, I'm gonna check the damage here that Yundo has provided us with.
Nice.
As yeah, so just BT was already 6K, and then add the rest. So W.
That's gross.
Whoa.
We've been asked about the MMO again, which I'm excited to talk about again.
No. Oh, wait.
Which
what?
class?
Which class? I don't know. Rogue. Yeah, Rogue.
You're gonna be a bard. Come on.
Rogue or Bard?
I'm a hunter. I would be the whichever hunter type class there is going to be. Probably so I'm not like rogue like Chronicler is. However, if we were to both play Diablo 3, we'd probably play the same class.
Yeah, I didn't really resonate with any of the classes in Diablo 3 that much. I think it's one of the reasons why I didn't play that much.
Oh, sorry, Diablo 4.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So the did you play Diablo 1?
No, just 3.
Ah, okay.
I was a little bit too young for 2.
Mm.
Just a bit.
Disturbed Frog, I wouldn't know.
Come on.
But I do know them.
Yeah, you can.
If it's in your heart, I feel fantastic, Disturbed Frog. It makes me feel the greatest ever.
Would you ever allow your hair to fall over your forehead on stream? Yeah, sure. You mean, wait, Atlas? Oh. Atlas has to, like, put some effort in. Oh, no. You've disturbed the beast. For me, it's fairly easy, right? I can do, like, the dramatic little...
Has Atlas had a different haircut other than Pidgeotto? I have, in the past. It was a long time ago, though.
I have never met you with non... Well, I've seen you actually... off screen and when we play board games, and then it's just a normal haircut.
It's just fluff.
Yeah, it's just fluff.
It's going to be more and more crazy as it goes, as it gets longer. I'm just going to go for the man bun, so I never have to actually put product in my hair ever again.
You've worked Pop Punk Atlas. Yeah, exactly.
Yep.
Name one other caster that shaved his head for the cast. That's true. I think it's just him.
Is it just me? Surely not.
No other caster.
I know
Yamato. Ever...
Yamato shaved his hair off.
True. He did. That he did.
It wasn't for casting. I think he just wanted to get rid of his hair.
My brother has done it as well. Made him look very different. It's interesting.
Which player do you think will make it to the main roster in the main LCK team? Bunch of players. Not Quid, probably.
I thought
Quid's already done it.
I thought it was going to be Thanatos, but Khan actually has been really good.
Yeah.
Because Kana was my main worry with D+, and Thanatos is cracked.
Yeah.
But then Kana's been great, so I'm like, yeah, they're not going to... Why would they...
Yeah, and I thought when Showmaker was slumping that Bullbear would make his way... Pardon me,
but
making his way in, but...
Showmaker's good again. Like, really good. So that's not happening.
So
I have not placed Dice Throne yet.
Bay. No. Bay might make his way in. We'll see. Yeah, that's our cue to finish. We've got a banger coming up though, guys. So make sure that you stay tuned.
Stick around.
Yeah, stick around for D+ Kia taking on DRX. It's coming up right after this.